And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Division 1 live stream clash today, coming to you direct from Rostrevor Old Collegians Oval, or as it is widely known. What is it widely known
Taj
as?
Mahal.
The Taj Mahal, correct. We are featuring today on our live stream broadcast Rostrevor Old Collegians versus Payneham Norwood Union. It promises to be an interesting game. Beautiful weather conditions here at Paradise. My name is Sean Jackson. I look forward to calling the game for you alongside my co-caller Vince Cosme. How are you, Vince?
Sensational, Sean Jacko Jackson. It's just a magnificent view we have here. Perfect autumn day here in Adelaide. Once again, overlooking the hills. Two teams that you'd have to say that are probably a little bit desperate, I'd suggest, for the 2 points today.
Yeah, we'll talk about their individual form as we go through them individually in a minute. But no question, it's a great day for footy. The weather's been superb the last couple of days. I hope I don't pass COVID onto you today. Apologise to our listeners and viewers in advance for the scratchy voice. COVID has wreaked havoc in our family, but it's the way of the world as we speak, and I'm sure both of these sides have been affected with it at some stage, as the Rostrevor Old Collegians coach, Benny Watkins, just comes up and gives me a shove in the side. We might get straight into it, Vince, and have a look at the teams. If we can get Maddie to bring up, first of all, Rostrevor, if he's got it.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's have a chat about that, Vince.
Yeah, so I didn't know that they had a name. It used to be the Christian Brothers Old Collegiate Football Club, so that was interesting. But been a staple diet of success in this division for about a decade now. Long time run in the finals, culminating in a couple of flags, 2013, 2017. Finished 6th last year, though, so first year in 10 that they'd missed out. And they're just off to a bit of a slow start again this year.
Yeah, well, the word wasn't good on them, was it, early pre-season? They talked about the amount of players they had lost, but I think that seems to be symptomatic across the league, to be brutally honest with you, and that's why we've seen Glenunga and Old Ignatius come out of Division 2 and be competitive. And that's, just talked to a couple of coaches yesterday, and I think last year the standout was PAC. They were a 6, 7, 8 goal better side than anyone else in the competition, and on the back of losing so many players, they've come back to the pack, and what that has created for us is a very, very even competition.
Unbelievable. When I was fortunate enough to do the game with Phil last week, we had 7 teams on 6 points.
Yeah,
as equal leaders, unprecedented really. That's split up a little bit this week, but there's still 7 teams within a game of top spot. Just looking at the recent form there for Rocks, as we said, a long time final specialist and a couple of flags. This year though, very much up and down. They copped a bit of a hammering. I think St. Peter's kicked about 160 points in the first week. And losing by quite a lot to Glenunga. I know you mentioned the competitiveness of the 2 teams that have come up from Division 2 this year. Apart from that, they've been in most of their games. Even the 3 they have defeated other teams, though. They've only been by small margins.
Yeah, look. I tend to look, when I look at form line, try and look, the last month, and their last month has been pretty good. They beat Tea Tree Gully when Tea Tree Gully were almost undefeated, I think. Yep. By 21 points up at Tea Tree Gully. They then knocked off Prince Alfred. Now you could argue on the merit of that win, but 20 points. Then they lost to Goodwood Saints last week, but 10 points in the game that 10 points is a game that can go either way. So their last month, their form has been pretty solid. Now they've got a couple of players out today. Will O'Malley's not playing. They've had a couple of lads being drawn back to Norwood, both in the reserves and the under-18s. But I think they're in much better shape than what Payneham Norwood Union is.
Their only worry is they're leaking more than anyone else so far this year.
Their defence is, that'd be a concern.
We'll talk a bit more about that with Paynham's challenges in attack. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. Well,
let's have a look at Paynham. Again, another result of a merger. Team with Norwood Union to become Paynham Norwood Union Footy Club. So the Falcons, 6 premierships in their time, and 2019 won senior men's and senior women's, and along with Old Ignatians are the 2 teams with teams in men's and women's in 2022. That was one of those was Adelaide Uni, but of course they dropped down this year for Division 2. So if we have a look at how they have gone the last few years, so...
Yeah, so before we do that, we'll cut in the fact that we called their game 1 this year.
Yep.
And on the back of what we'd heard and how many players they had lost from the previous year, we weren't expecting a loss. Weren't expecting a lot. They came out that day and beat the reigning premiers.
That's right.
By a reasonable margin at home, and it really kick-started their season. And watching them that day, I haven't had a chance to watch them since. So we're now in round 7. They've played 5 games since. But a win first game and then 5 losses in a row. Yeah, on the screen here we've got their recent form over the last few years, and no question, their record has been terrific.
It's phenomenal again, very much similar to Rostrevor Old Collegians. The year with the shortened season, they probably struggled a bit, and that's an anomaly more than anything. But apart from that, consistent finalists again, and consistent grand finalists.
Yeah. So Jeremy Cheney, new coach this year, has come out of the SANFL system as an assistant coach with Woodville West Torrens the last couple of years, and at Sturt and Norwood before that. So look, he certainly has earned his stripes as far as coaching goes. Obviously coached in this competition before, albeit in Division 3 with Old Nations.
Yep.
But here's what I was talking about. If you have a look at the screen now, you can see the last 5 losses in a row. And what concerns me most of all is their lack of scoring power.
Yes.
So across the last 4 games, I think it's been 4, 4, 6, and 4. That's what they've scored.
It's not going to win you a lot of games, is it?
Now, on the flip side, Rostrevor's defence has been the worst in the competition. So if you're ever going to get a score,
it'll be today.
It'll be today.
And just you look at some of those margins, and 32, 37, 31, 44. They sound like they're not too bad, but look at their defence is actually ranked 5th.
Yeah.
So they've got it not too bad set out at one end of the ground. It's just that when the ball gets inside their 50, they're just not able to convert.
No, well, I mean, they did lose a lot of firepower from the front half of the ground last year. They've had Jolly there for many a year.
Yep.
He moved on. Liam Davis moved on. And Anthony Wilson moved on. So he took a lot of firepower out of the front half. The new recruits that have come in are more midfield types than key forwards. So I think it's going to take them a little bit of time to settle the front half of the ground. But as we mentioned, if there's ever an opportunity for them to feel confident about it, it's today.
Yeah, and it's especially for a couple of quarters. I mean, we'll get more from Lambo a bit later in the broadcast, but yeah, there's definitely a breeze going to one end of the ground. So if they can turn it on when they've got it, they should be able to at least give themselves an opportunity to kick a score today.
Yeah, interesting score in the reserves at the moment. We are 1 minute 25 left to go. We've got a scoreboard here that counts down, which is terrific. Payneham are up by 9 points, so you'd expect they'll hang on here. It's time I recognised our sponsors, though. Vince, I need to mention a few of them. Banner Crew Match Day are our match day sponsor. Thanks to Jason and all the crew there at Banner. They do a terrific job.
Yep.
Buddy Bet, new sponsor.
And you told me a few minutes ago you can actually bet on the Adelaide Footy League with Buddy Bet.
Now I need to find out whether that is contravene any rules if we have a punt, because I wouldn't mind having a bit of a punt.
Well, now that Buddy Bet's on board with Adelaide Footy League, I mean, we do have a little bit of information, I suppose, because we're involved.
Well, let's get our houses mortgaged and let's see if we can win plenty this year. So thanks, Buddy Bet. Sip and Save scoreboard for around the grounds, 1 hour delivery, 7 days a week. And the Wakefield Sports Clinic provide our interchange along with the Police Credit Union, who are responsible for our boundary rider crosses. We'll be going to Craig William Lambert. Where is the Phantom?
Where is Lambo?
He's on the pine.
He's down there somewhere. Oh, I can see that magnificent dartfish beanie just inside the picket fence.
Talk about a man getting paid under false pretences. He covers that off for us beautifully. O'Connell's Meat Central Market are responsible for our stats.
Yes.
Get down there if you want some.
And all our replays, obviously, through the magnificent Simon Black Academy.
Correct. Must also recognise Roll the Dice, Archie Sandals, Sports Interactive, Dartfish, Filming Footy, New Balance, Powerade, and the Mosley Bar and Kitchen. A lot of those present or provide the awards for our best players.
Yes, absolutely. That was the final siren in the, well, they're not the Magoos anymore because they play triple headers. So that's really the C grade. So
No,
they're
that's the B
like
grade. That's the B grade, wasn't it?
But, yeah, it was, but they can't call them the Magoos anymore because they're all triple headers. The Magoos surely is a C grade, isn't it?
Oh, Magoo's rhymes with twos.
Well,
so they're the twos.
Yeah, so fair enough.
We'll
Yep.
stick
Okay,
with
so they're still the Magoos, and visitors got up by 9 points here, 6-12, 48 to Rostrevor, 5-9, 39. And if they kick 6 goals in the next game, which has been a little bit average of where they've been recently, they'll
lose.
They'll probably lose.
Lambo walking out with the green maggots is an interesting look too. Can't call them green maggots, of course. This week,
can we? Because it was umpire appreciation round last week.
We've moved on from that, have we?
Yes, I would think so. But no, they do a wonderful job. The men in lime green. Without them, we don't have a game.
Correct.
Lambo patting the goal umpire on the back there. So
Indigenous round, of course, in the
is
AFL.
in the
so
AFL.
Douglas Nichols round.
Correct.
So I'll mention those award providers as well for after the game. New Balance are providing a $100 voucher and the Dartfish beanie to Best on Ground. Simon Black Academy will give a Powerade and Archie sandals to the player of the game, or the play of the game. And the Mosley Bar and Kitchen provide a $100 voucher. Look after your mates for the Best Team Player Award. So we've got some few awards to give out today, Vince.
We've got some thinking to do. So
we're open to bribes.
We're open to all sorts of shenanigans in this broadcast, Sean. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have find out what Lambo was talking to the umpires about and who's won the toss. Thanks very much.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
D-Mac and Gia going for the toss now. I reckon if you look at the conditions, it's about a 2-goal breeze heading south.
Heading south, that's north.
Here we go. Umpires here, all the best. Gia's called heads, it's tails. Rostrevor won the toss. D-Mac, they're heading to your left. I reckon it's worth about 2 goals, boys. I'm going for Rostrevor for about 7-8 goals. All the best, Vincent Jacko, and you're commentating today. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks, Lambo. We don't ask a lot of Craig. We ask him just work out where north and south is, and he couldn't get that right. But anyway, the other thing he needs to know is wait for us to give him the nod before he starts yakking, because we weren't quite ready for him. But I think you've got that at home. Rostrevor have won the toss. Daniel McCullum, the captain, and is elected to go left of the screen with probably a 2-goal breeze heading towards the north from the south.
Do you concur with 7 to 9 goals as a margin, or do you think it'll be a bit closer?
Look, well, I don't think that's a fair reflection on what their season. They've been losing by 35, 40 points, so
yep.
I'd say 6 to 7. What's he got? 7 to 9, has he?
He had 7 and 9.
Yeah.
I think Payneham will be in this game for a long time, but it may it might be a bit similar to the game last week. Port Districts ended up winning by about 4 goals. There was a bit of an arm wrestle for quite a while. I suppose that, as I said, the fascination for me is the worst offense versus the worst defense, and
yeah,
we'll see. I think that could be the game right there. Whichever of those two 10th ranked items comes out on top, then that will probably decide it.
Well, the other thing I think will be worthy of noting is, given that there is a fairly significant breeze to the left of screen, will the tactics change into and with the breeze? Now, on the back of Payneham being such a poor offensive side, I would imagine they'll be playing a spare when they're going against the breeze and trying to limit what Rostrevor can do offensively. So we'll keep an eye on that.
As an expert, as a coach, on a day like today, it's probably not as massive a breeze as you've probably had in many other games. Would you go in with 2 game plans in your pre-match depending on whether you won the toss?
Absolutely, on some conditions, yes.
Yep.
It's a bit difficult for us to tell sitting up here. We feel like the breeze is really strong.
Yep.
But we're in a bit of a wind tunnel here. It seems to be the same whenever we commentate from the top of the grandstand. Brighton's the same. Old Ignatius was the same. At ground level, I think Lambo was talking about a 2-goal breeze, which suggests to you that's not that strong.
Yeah.
So on the back of that, I think you would start the game one-on-one and try and attack and try and win. You know, if it looks like getting away from you, I'm sure in this case, Jeremy Cheney's team's going to be going into the breeze. I think they'd be looking to lock and minimise the score.
Slow the game down and obviously take up some of the time. Absolutely.
Well, and you know, you couple that with the fact that they've got an inability to score themselves.
Yes.
So they'll be wanting to reduce Rostrevor's ability to score.
Influence, especially early. So the team's just moving into position at the moment. I'm probably sitting somewhere in agreement with where you guys are at. That I think probably around about 30, 40 points might be the margin, but that may come late. It just depends on whether Payneham are. If they're in the game at 3/4 time after two quarters against the breeze, then looking forward to the last quarter with fascination. They may just go for broke in an attempt to break this 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, good starting midfield for Payneham in the ruck. Lockie Webb with John Giannini, long-time skipper, Brett Ansell and Todd Panoho, so pretty well covered there. And for Rostrevor, Butterworth in the ruck, looks like Bacanello and...
Is that Webb? Is obviously Lachlan Webb, I think.
Tom O'Malley, is it?
As a ruckman for Payneham. We were talking
very
about
hard for us.
Away you go, Jacko.
Yeah, very hard for us to get a read on some of the Rostrevor numbers. We apologise. They've had some problems with their laundromat this week. But anyway, the ball comes out of the middle courtesy of Brett Ansell. Long and direct. That's nice football to start with from Payneham, although they've missed a good handball. Giannini swoops back on it, though. Falls over the critical moments. Handball nicely to space now for Todd Panoho. This is his second kick. Pushes it forward. Rostrevor, all the answers. The skipper, Daniel McCullum, nice and composed under pressure. Hits the relieving kick.
So it's in the back pocket, decides to switch play. He's got a couple of choices out there. One of them there was O'Malley, Tom O'Malley. Will O'Malley not playing today? He decides to go quickly down the wing.
Butterworth.
And Butterworth's got the ball. Goes on the left, the non-preferred. Bit of a scrubber kick towards half forward. That should be holding the ball, umpire. Not paid, but Payneham will come away with it. Giannini, prominent early, gets the handball as he's getting tackled. Butterworth in there again, doing the dirty work on the ground. Ball's just dropped out from under him. I think this is going to be pack formed here, and umpire's called holding the ball. I would have been sure that might have been a ball up, but it's a bit unlucky there, young Butterworth.
Yeah, it's almost like he paid a delayed gratification for Fantasia's holding the ball, missed Paul Fantasia. Lucky to be playing today. I believe he's been crook all week. Anyway, they now relieve out the far side through Tulio Dematius. Oh, and a nice mark under some severe pressure from Patrick Sanzo was Rostrevor's. Is that Dawson? Sure who it is that's got that ball. No, it's not Dawson. It's
Harry Wright.
Harry Wright. And is he okay? Is he right? Yep, he's right. He plays on now. Goes to the half-forward line. No one able to take it. Murphy it is. It gets it on quickly towards Dawson. He can't take it either. No one can take it. The ball bobbles this way, that way. Finally out now, courtesy of Payneham, but Rostrevor have got numbers. Murphy does it beautifully and receives a free kick straight in front of goal. And Payneham had their chances then to be able to relieve the pressure, but looks like...
A bit slow getting up.
Yeah, one of the players has put his hand up for the trainer. An experienced trainer he is too for Rostrevor.
And Nick Murphy would be happy he's getting a bit of assistance through young Dawson this year. They're both into double figures with goals so far, but he's got the opportunity here.
Holding that right arm, experienced player Nick Murphy. You'd never like to give away the free kick though in front of goal.
No, not as a forward. Absolutely not.
Collapse after you kick the goal.
Thank you. This could be one of those AFL moments where they run off the ground after they kick the goal.
So Nick Murphy for the first score of the game. 30 metres out, directly in front. Makes no mistake whatsoever. Heads to the pine. Looks like he's carrying a right shoulder. We'll see if Lambo's awake. Have a look, Lambo. He's not even looking. I've told him, keep your eye on the interchange. Have a look at him. His eyes are nowhere near where they should be. That's the frustration we have, folks, at home. Nick Murphy, right shoulder. Yeah, he's certainly indicating neck or shoulder. Well, anyway, he's been replaced by number 36. His first game for Rostrevor, Jaden Gale. He's the former first 18 captain. We're back in the middle. Butterworth hits it forward, only as far as Giannini, and he's well wrapped up in the tackle by Will Mead, who plays in the centre for Rostrevor. Butterworth hits it forward again. No one able to get clean purchase on this one. Ball's on the ground. Lambo.
Jacko and Vince Murphy from Rostrevor just gone into the change room. Just get a doctor's check from that last head to high tackle, boys. Okay.
Shoulder injury, Lambo. Keep your eye on it. It's good to see he wasn't asleep.
No.
Vince,
He called a head high tackle. Okay. Up it goes. I think Butterworth got his hands on that one. Good tap down there to Wharton. Wharton's high kick. Get under that. They do. And a punch from behind there. Good spoil from Max Wagner, and that will be a boundary throw in just around, not far from the 50-metre line, right in front of our commentary position here. In attack here, Rostrevor leading 6-0. Let's wait for the boundary umpire. Here he goes. Bit of holding in the ruck contest there. Neither ruckman get on. It's sharked beautifully there by Mead. Mead has a flying shot at goal, but he's missed to the near side. So that's the first blemish of the day. And the score is 1-1-7 to Payneham, I think, one inside 50, Jacko.
Yeah, yet to score. Payneham did have the first inside 50 entry. Anyway, here they come from the kick-in. Long, nice jump there by Jack O'Leary. And a nice take. Play on quickly here. Got numbers inside. If they can get it that way, they do. Now release the handball back to the outside. Can they keep it in? Unfortunately, Jacob Campbell not quite able to keep the ball in. But nice pattern of play there from Payneham, able to take the ball from the kick in and get to the centre wing. Butterworth and Lockie Webb. Interesting to see who the change-ups are for both of those sides. Looks like an even duel at the moment. Tim Bacaniello, the ex-medalist, played for the Adelaide Crows last year. I'll be happy to have him back this year at Rostrevor, there's no doubt about that. And Murphy back on the ground too, Vince, so obviously just a quick injection, do you think?
Potentially, I suppose maybe they had a check-up, there may be nothing there.
Might have been a stinger.
Yeah, and he's back in. So that was Giannini again, so getting a lot of the ball early. He's going to get it back off here. Runs inside 50, long kick. This looks promising for the Falcons. Punched away in the goal square. Tackle applied there by Matt Nye, but umpire's going to come in and ball it up. Around about 25 out on the south-western pocket. So up it goes. Clear tap there to Butterworth. Goes wide. And the opportunity here for Rocks. They've gone across goal again, but it does come out towards 50. There's a good mark. Excellent mark taken there by Brad McKenzie. And he's going to probably receive a bit of attention today. He's been high up in their best players this year.
I think Ryan Lim may have the job on Brad McKenzie for Rostrevor, it looks like.
He fancies himself against the breeze here. He's going to be kicking from outside 50, just near the edge of the square. Goes on the thumping left. Got some good purchase on that. I think he's going to almost get there. He does.
Wow, that is a great kick.
It's a big kick against the breeze, just to the right-hand side. And they are on the board. 1 point, trailing Rostrevor 1-1-7.
Yeah, that suggests to me the breeze is not as strong as what we maybe thought initially, but a beautiful kick from Brad McKenzie. Interesting to see how he handles the tag. Anyway, here they come, Rostrevor. Tulio Demetrius brings it out this side, over the top of Butterworth. Lands fortuitously in the arms of Paul Fantasia. Good to see him back playing footy after a couple of years off, retired, but that kick is of a player who hasn't played much footy. It was marked and intercepted by Theodorakopoulos. He lays it off to Matt Nye. Now they're on the far side of the ground. I think it's Chase Bauer. Heads long to the deep inside 50. Rostrevor again have all the answers when the ball comes into the Payneham forward line. Baccanello swings around the corner. Goes looking for Murphy. This will test the shoulder up. No problems getting both arms up there, so he looks fine. That, I think, is Dylan Reinbrecht. He lays it off. Now it's Fantasia back long. Searching for Butterworth. Not going to get there. They've still got the numbers, Rostrevor. They bring it back nicely to Mead. Plays on quickly, the left footer. Oh!
Gee.
Got to kick those goals. A nice passage of play from Rostrevor. Puts them back to 1-2. Payneham Norwood Union trailing on 1 point.
So a bit of a cagey start. Rostrevor on top early. With the aid of the breeze that's out there. Just having a look here. Ethan Hales looking to come on. Just waiting for someone to come out. But they've just gone the short kick. Mark taken there by Clem. He decides to go to the outer side. They're chipping it around here. He did actually predict the team that goes against the breeze may do a bit of that. Handball now goes out wide. That is spoilt as he was looking for the return.
Yeah, classic case of the bloke receiving the handball, just getting forward of the tackler, making it really difficult for the guy to give him the handball. He just had to sit back or square there, and they would have been through that traffic Payneham.
These two, that's Butterworth and, of course, Webb at it again. Comes out of the pack. Kick comes inside 50 here for Rocks. Ball from behind there by Ansel, I think it was. But now they've got a shot on goal. Rocks, is that young Dawson?
Yep.
Leading goal kick, second leading goal kicker for Rocks. He's missed, and they go to 1-3. Couple of wasted opportunities.
Yeah, it's not the same. Not seeing Stefan Lanzoni up there in the forward line for Rostrevor. He's been a real fine from the last couple of years out of school footy. I think he was also captain of the first 18 at one stage. So look forward to seeing how Jaden Gale goes in his first game as a previous first 18 captain. So Payneham, for their third opportunity of bringing the ball in. Again, they go, dangerous into the corridor. They get away with it. It's high risk footy. Still stay in the corridor, and Tulio Demetrius intercepts it from Rostrevor. Makes no bones about getting on the play. And one of the best aerialists in the competition over a long period of time, Paul Fantasia, takes a very, very good mark.
What a good mark that was.
Yeah. As I mentioned, good to see him back playing now, running his own business on May North Road, a building supply business. The name just escapes me at the moment. Let's see how he goes. Son of James, the CEO of the Norwood Footy Club, Paul Fantasia. Looks good off the boot. It is, wow.
The umpire's reaction there looked like that had actually come back. He was going to call that a goal, but
yeah, another
1-4 it is.
Wow, again, they play high-risk football in the back half of the ground, Payneham. It's Louis Clem that has it. Certainly short chipping around the ground. He now gives it to Todd Panoho.
So still inside 50. Defensive 50. He's forced to go high after being called play on. Out towards the wing. Pack forms off hands. Ball's not coming out of there. And we'll have a ball up outer side. That's the eastern side of the ground. 11 minutes in here. 1-4 to 1 point. Butterworth wins that easily again. Probably on top early. Ball's been sharked there. Well, it looks like it was James Wharton. His kick around the body goes wide, but it will be intercepted. And good intercept mark there by Brad McKenzie.
Like the look of James Wharton. Haven't seen him play before, but he looks like a handy type.
Ball comes in towards the middle.
Good passage of play.
It is, yeah. Handball through there to Nicholas Hyland. He goes up towards the 450, but excellent intercept mark there has been taken by Carriage.
Carriage with the orange boots. We won't miss him again. I think that's the man we just spoke about before. Is it with the footy? Sort of hadn't seen him play before. Long down the line now, all the numbers. It looks to me like if you have a look, Payneham have got plenty of numbers back behind the footy, and that's why maybe it's going to be difficult for them to score. They're holding up okay in the back half of the ground. At this stage, Rostrevor only kicked the 1 goal, and we are 12 minutes in. They've certainly had some scoring opportunities, though, and here they go again. Karakic, handballs, release, inside, nice. Josh Massey, ex-Broadview player, with the ball in his hand now. Searching for options. He's got a long option there. Goes in that direction. Beautiful towards Murphy. Thought he was going to mark that. Didn't quite hang on to it. And the ball bounces the ground and the umpire says, I will throw that up. Oh, he's going to pay that holding the ball. Wow, that's a gutsy decision.
Is that a hometown decision?
30 metres in front of goal. And for Payneham, that hurts because guess who's got it? Patrick Dawson.
Patrick Dawson started on 7 goals, I think, in his first 2 games. Been
Smoky.
Got a little bit of attention since then, I must say. So he struggled a little bit with that.
James Wharton just coming for a well-earned break. So Patrick Dawson for his first opportunity of the game. I don't think he'll make any mistake. He doesn't, and that's other ones that kill you. They're the coach killers. Free kick, holding the ball 30 metres out directly in front of goal. You've just got to make sure you don't get caught holding the ball in that position, Vince.
You don't want to get caught. Was it holding the ball? I think it was a bit stiff. We were both looking for a ball up there. But, but it did happen earlier here before when Butterworth, the ball actually went in under and got behind him, but he got given holding the ball. So maybe it's a bit of a directive that you need to make an effort or you'll pay the penalty. Yep. Up again in the middle. 2-4 to 1 point. That time
good tap.
Webb got the tap, but it's come straight into Rock's forward 50 again. Hunting around the ball there. Opportunity here for them to get it out. It's been intercepted. Well intercepted. Ball comes back inside the centre square. Here he is, Baccanello. Kick is going deep, round about 50. Oh, Murphy with the 1. They've tried to paddle it through. Couldn't quite take it. And eventually it's taken over the line. And that is another behind for Rostrevor. I suppose Payneham, 15 minutes in, they've moved the ball quickly. It's already out to the wing. Yeah, it's the beauty of having Brad McKenzie kicking the ball in. He's a beautiful left kick of the ball, and all of a sudden they are on the half-forward line because of his ability to read the situation quickly. Ethan Hales has ended up with it, so beautiful transfer of play right from the kick in from McKenzie. Hales on the half-forward, now deep inside their 50. An opportunity here for Big Lockie. Doesn't take it, but a nice crumb over the top by Payneham, and it's Matthew Nye. I think that is his first goal of the game. Started the game in good fashion, and that full forward up there for Payneham is the lad who has been training, I think, out with Glenelg and come back to them this week. And his name, I think, is Lockie Matthias. So well played, Payneham North Junior. Now, the difference in their transition there, you called it. How fast was their transition there into forward 50, whereas the past couple of times they sort of chipped it around, played a bit carefully. Yeah. They really caught Rocks on the hop there, and it's resulted in their opening goal of the game. So well done to Payneham. Yep. So back in the middle, it's Webb that gets his hands on that one. But again, Reinbreck out of the centre. He's been good in the middle there. Now inside 50, Rostrevor. No one takes it cleanly. Payneham back in first best position. Ball spills out, though. It's all Rostrevor. A good tackle from Payneham here. And is he going to be consistent with the holding the ball? No. It's more, I guess it's more about whether you drag the ball back into the bottom of the pack, which they're concerned about. Butterworth is able to take this out without any opposition. Hurries it onto the boot. And only as far as the boundary line, and we'll have a restart of play inside 30 minutes. All one-on-one back behind the footy too, so
At this stage, doesn't look like Payneham are going with a spare. Interesting to see if Jeremy can hold his courage if the score, if the score opens up.
It hasn't got out of control yet.
No.
Oh, Butterworth's handled straight there to Nicholas Highland. Ball's just popping out now and it's knocked over the boundary line.
So 16 minutes in, 2 goals, 5. They're only behind by a goal 4.
Yeah, 10 points, that's right.
They'd be happy, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, they're holding on. They've probably got 2 quarters with the aid of the breeze that's there. And if they move the ball quick in transition like when they did in the lead up to their goal, I reckon they'll be all right at half time. Well, remains to be seen. Webb gets it down, but again, they are right on top around the clearances, Rocks, at the moment. They have a secondary clearance here. Up high, Webb, but Butterworth gets the tap. Almost sharked there by Jet Boxer. What a great name that is.
Yeah.
Tackle. Tackle applied there on Ryan Lim, and umpire's going to go at it for the 3rd time.
So neither side has changed their ruckman at this stage. 17 minutes in, they're asking a lot.
No changes there. They're running right through. Oh, missed handball there's been dropped there by Max Wagner. Now there's a bit of pressure. Umpire's blown his whistle as Tom O'Malley's kicked the ball through, but it'll be a relieving free kick here for the Falcons.
Yep, so Nick Highland has it. Searches for options forward. Decides to go long towards the boundary line. That may actually go over. It does.
Ooh.
Not a great kick. Poor old Lockie Matthias was hoping to get a little bit better, but anyway, Timmy Bacanello has it. Kicks a screw punt, which is difficult to do with under those conditions. When he put it straight down Paynham's throat, so not the greatest kick. It was well intercepted by Chase Bauer. He now goes back to where the previous kick should have gone towards Matthias. He doesn't take it though. And coming at it was Harrison Viney, who played exceptionally well game 1. I think he kicked 5 or 6 goals first game of the year. So they've got some good targets. It must be frustrating for Harrison Viney coming out of that Hills competition, playing a side that's kicked 4, 4, 4 and 6 the last 4 games.
So first move's been made there with Lockie Matthias. Now up against an unchanged James Butterworth.
Yep. So as I said, I think Matthias is training out at Glenelg. Obviously didn't get a game this week.
Matthias takes front spot, gets it down. Good tap down there to Giannini, but he's wrapped up straight away. He called a high tackle there, was it? But he's got the free kick. I'm not sure that Dylan Reinbrecht's pretty happy with that decision. But anyway, Giannini's got it. Nice looking kick down the flank.
Good mark.
Mark, oh, not paid. Very unlucky there, Viney.
Ooh.
Tackle's been applied there on Brett Ansell, and
Terrific.
been another one of their better players this year. He'll get up a little bit slowly.
Terrific tackle.
He's looking for the umpire. He's found him, and up it goes. So another good tap there. Well done by Matthias. But sharked again by Rocks. Mark not taken there by Boxer. He comes back, butters up for the 2nd time. Looks like he's got something wide. Murphy's got his name written all over that. Turns, plays on. How's the snap? It's coming around. And that umpire, I tell you what, he's deceiving us. Again, it looked like for all money that was going to go through for a goal, but it didn't bend back far enough.
Well, bit of experience there from Murphy. Wasn't a one-on-one contest against Jack O'Leary. I think Jack O'Leary, if he had his time again, wish he will. He's got another 3 quarters. He'll learn in a one-on-one situation there. He was just pushed too easily and spun out of the play. And unluckily for Rostrevor, Murphy not able to finish the great work he did, but gee, it didn't certainly look close. We now have a boundary throw-in out on the far side of the ground, just outside the 50 for Rostrevor. They'd like another one, I would have thought, before quarter time. It's 20 minutes now elapsed. Matthias hits it front. Plenty of numbers there. Giannini's been prominent, as you mentioned. Good to see him starting in the midfield. First game of the year, he spent more time off the ball than on, but certainly today he has been around the thick of the action. So Butterworth and Matthias lock arms again. Matthias does it nice, hits it on the check towards Giannini. Well played, I think, to Ansell there. Now they come out. That's good football by Payneham. I like the kick too. What has really impressed me about Payneham is they play on quickly. There's no holding the ball up. They certainly look for options. Now, they've been held up here, but it wasn't through not having a look, but the kick in the end wasn't the greatest for Viney. But they are looking to play the ball on quickly. There's no doubt about that.
Half forward here For Payneham, geez, wouldn't they love a goal? If you enter time, about a minute into time on here, they'd love a sneak one in here. Up it goes. Probably line ball that one, maybe Butterworth. First one on it
McCullum.
is McCullum, of course, yes. Just looking for him down in the numbers, but of course he's normally up the top.
Yeah.
The poor old Gertsies for Rocks, half of them still at the laundromat apparently. Up they go again. Clear work here. Now they're going to go into the forward 50. There's a long kick inside 50. Here we go, Murphy. Where is he? 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 3 bounces now. He's in front. He's got it. Darts back onto the right. Kick goes in towards the middle, but it's going to be intercepted. Mackenzie playing a bit behind the ball at the moment against the breeze. Maybe that's a tactic that they've brought in. Kick there to Giannini. Probably possession number 10 already. Now it's in the middle. That's a good kick. Spotted something up that he likes. There's Matt Nye, the goal kicker. Straight inside 50, as you said, not any chance. Here's a chance. It's going to bouncing, rolling and goaling.
Great goal.
They did get a second goal.
So what I'm seeing, mate, is Brad McKenzie has set up both goals from his kicking skills in the back half of the ground. Now, Rostrevor supposedly tagging him today, and it's with Ryan Lim, number 5. So we'll just try and watch out and see whether he goes to him. Yep, he's going to him now. So he's having a little bit of trouble sticking on him, and he's set the play up nicely, McKenzie. So I'm not sure whether he's going from the halfback flank onto the ball, but a good move by Payneham, and he's certainly been really important to their 2 goals on the board at this stage. Back in the middle, Butterworth. He's beaten this time by Payneham's ruckman, but I tell you what, they're having trouble with the player behind, directly in front of the hand when they win the tap. They need to sort that out structurally. That's poor Payneham. Paul Fantasia. We'll talk about that at quarter time, but I reckon there's 3 or 4 balls out of the centre. What have we scored? 4 goals, so there's been 5 centre bounces, and I reckon 3 of them have come at the back of the Rostrevor ruckman. Ryan Breck 2, and that one 3. So they've got to cover that front spot much better than they are. Paul Fantasia directly in front of goal. Makes no mistake with that one. And that's a handy goal for Rostrevor nearing quarter time. They go out to 3-6. Payneham now on 2 goals 1.
So well played, Paul Fantasia.
Mark of the day. Matty's given me. No, he's given me the replay. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, good strong contest, wasn't it?
Strong contest, and well done to Fantasia there.
Against a good player in Chase Bauer too. So that's the beauty for Rostrevor. With Fantasia back there this year, it makes Murphy's job so much easier. They can't double team him. So let's have a look at this area again I'm talking about. Just in front of Butterworth. This time he brings it back. Smart play, but it's the same spot again that's given him trouble. Bacaniello's in that spot now. We'll have a secondary restart, see how they structure up both sides now. Much better coverage on Bacaniello forward of the ball. Here we go. This time we get a contest. Todd Pinoa in very good position. So just a little thing structurally, but you know when it results in 3 or 4 clearances out of the middle, pretty important, isn't it?
Yeah, and you're going to get some damage if you continue with clearance there. So
free kick, Butterworth.
Yeah, Butterworth's got the free kick. Like something out wide. That'll be. The umpire's called a free kick there. No, now he's calling advantage. So away they go, Payneham. In comes Viney. Where is he? Up
good
ball.
Mark.
That's actually a great
Lockie
mark
Webb.
to Lockie Webb in front.
Good beauty.
Strong grab in front. Look for all money like Viney was coming in like a raging bull at that one. But Lockie Webb stood his ground at the front. Put the big dukes up and took a very, very good mark.
Well, if he can go forward and take a mark like that, and Mateus can take a mark up there, they're in good hands, aren't they? Because Mateus certainly looks okay in the ruck,
They've
doesn't
just got to get the ball down there
Yeah.
often enough. And if they keep moving it in quickly and giving their forwards a chance, then these are the sort of things that will start to help turn their season around. But Lockie Webb, here he goes, about 40 out, directly in front, on the left.
Good
Umpire
kick.
moving a little bit, probably not moving enough, I wouldn't have thought. That is through the middle. So well done to Lockie Webb. Big grab, big goal, and 2 late goals in this quarter, and suddenly it's a 5-point margin.
Yeah, Matt keeps giving me the signal about we'll go to the replay. I guess
Let's
that's
have a
what
look
he's
at this
trying to
grab. So there's the big kick in there from Sanzo, and
Good pack mark.
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
it?
a great mark in front. Well done, Lockie Webb.
What's impressive about that is he was happy to take front spot
Yep.
and jump at the footy, and that's what you want from your big blokes in the forward line. And yeah, as I said, the tandem Webb and Matthias up forward looks threatening. Back in the middle, Butterworth gets this one and gets his own ball out of the middle. So it's the centre clearances aren't helping Paynham's cause. They're under the pump right from the get-go. But I like the look of this lad for Rostrevor, James Wharton. He's certainly a fierce competitor. And this time the umpire said, I'll have another look at it. They're all one-on-one behind the footy. Some interesting matchups. Got Chase Bauer on Paul Fantasia. Rostrevor won the free kick. Back in LA with the ball? No, it's not. Can't quite see who that is.
I think it might have been. Was it Mead? Maybe on the left, not sure.
Maybe. Goes.
Yep.
Nice defensive spoil by Jack O'Leary there, who does have the job on Murphy. So they look like they stuck with those two matchups at this stage. Interesting to see how they pan out. Fantasia now comes out to do the ruck work. Does it well, brings it forward, plenty of numbers there. Don't have the strength and the size around the ball they've traditionally had though, Rostrevor, I've got to say. Just seem to be they're missing maybe a James Jordan, who was always that big solid body around the ball. One of their go-to moves is to put McCallum up on the ball when they get a bit fatigued, and he does that beautifully. Look for that move as the game unfolds. Back in LO now, on the foot quickly. Ball spills towards the boundary line. Payneham be hanging now at 27.5 minutes. They're 5 points down. If they can get a siren now, they would be extremely happy, Vince.
They certainly would. They've got to hang on here, as you mentioned, Sean. 40 metres out around from the Rocks goal, and probably in the right pocket too, considering the direction of the breeze if you're having a shot here. Tap down there well done by Matthias, and we're going to come in for another stoppage. They'd be loving this last couple of minutes. We've got about four ball ups and a boundary throw in. Still hasn't got out of the danger zone now.
Mead.
So here we go, Mead. Here he is. Goes for the kick in, and that's a good kick.
That was a very good kick.
Very good kick. There was only one person that was going to mark that.
Dylan Reinbrecht.
And that is Dylan Reinbrecht, who's got the ball, and he'll be shooting from probably right on 50, directly in front. In he comes, crosses over the centre square, onto the 50, left foot.
Wow.
And
Wow,
umpire, this time he stands up again. Is it a goal or a point? This time it's a goal. Well done, Dylan Reinbrecht.
How's the power on his kick?
Yeah.
He kicked it outside 50. It's gone through post high.
Did not even look like he put a lot of effort into
No,
that,
he did not. He's
No.
a powerful unit, Dylan Reinbrecht. But a nice kick, as you mentioned, by Will Mead. He's a left footer, turned onto that left foot. And
only one person can mark that. Absolutely nothing wrong with what the defender did there, but just couldn't get to the ball. So
once again, it was the same issue at the clearance, though. It was forward of the clearance for Payneham got him in trouble. So they're okay when the ball comes backwards, but when the ball goes forward, here we go again. Forward, let's see what happens. Rostrevor out of the middle by Mead again with the left foot. Like, it's standing out like the proverbial at the moment. They've got to sort that out. Now they're back inside 50, looking for Fantasia. Can he take it cleanly? He does. Keeps it alive. And
just before James Wharton was going to have a shot for goal.
Yep. So final score for the quarter, Rostrevor 4 goals, 6 to Payneham 3 goal 1. Probably a fair indication. With a bit of luck, Payneham would have been closer.
Yep.
Gave away a free kick, which cost them a goal.
Yeah, probably the 10 scoring shots to 4 is probably a better indication. Maybe a little bit wasteful. There's a couple that they probably should have put away. Rocks to be a bit further in front. Will they rue that later in the game?
We'll find out after the ad.
We certainly will.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football.
Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
And we were
Quarter time here, boys, at Rostrevor. Good game of footy. Rostrevor up by 11 points, 10 scoring shots to 4. Obviously, Rostrevor should be up by about 4 goals. Benny Watkins, the coach of Rostrevor, pretty happy, but they waste a lot of chances. Very animated on the sidelines. Probably should be in the fringe show this year.
As a comedian.
But young Cheney from Payneham is very happy with their first quarter, but he wants the on-ballers working harder from both ends. Otherwise, it's a pretty good game of footy. And the breeze has just built up a little bit too, boys, so I reckon it's worth another two goals. So keep the good work up, and no injuries from both sides, and all good from Lambo from down here. Back to you, boys.
Thanks, Lambo. Yeah, interesting that the breeze has blown up, but I'll be also interested to see whether John Giannini's done something about his structure at the restarts, because for the untrained observer, it was clear, very, very clear for me, that the back of the restart is being controlled well by Rostrevor. Mead, Baccanello, Ryan Breck. They need to have some sort of answer to that. So that means if they're going to win the tap, they either get someone in that position or they start hitting the hit somewhere else.
Yes,
because that area is killing them.
Definitely on top around the stoppages. You know, the players you mentioned, Baccanello, Mead, Ryan Breck, and a couple of good targets up forward so far in Butterworth and Fantasia, giving them something. I thought for wait for the siren for Payneham. Giannini got a lot of the ball, very prominent early. I reckon I've really liked the Lachlan Webb's game in the ruck, and also strong mark and goal that he kicked forward, and Mackenzie just controlling behind the ball has done very well. Be interesting to see the role that he's got for this quarter though. Now they've got the breeze.
Yes, it will. Will he push him up the ground? I think he probably, he needs to try and score some goals, doesn't he, G? And what have they kicked? So that they've kicked three today. So they're already on track to kick their record score for the year. I think their highest score for the year is 10 goals. So they've kicked 3 into the breeze against a pretty good side today. So maybe it's time to say, look, the shackles are off, boys. Let's score. How are we going to do that? We're going to push Mackenzie forward. Look, they're missing their new midfielder this year, Ben Sawford, which hurts him around the ball. No question about that. But equally for Payneham, they lost Charles Durack and Cam Milne, both retired during the week. So a couple of big losses there for Payneham, as well as Ben Sawford.
But second quarter, it's going to be interesting to see. I suppose we'll get a bit of a gauge at half-time after both teams have had the opportunity in and against the breeze to see how it pans out. As you said, I think Payneham would be reasonably happy with how things are. Rostrevor, exactly how Lambo put it, they feel like they're controlling the game and just a little bit wasteful in front of goal.
Footy's changed, hasn't it? Years ago, you'd look at Rostrevor and you go, they've got one ruckman, so why wouldn't you lift the knee into Butterworth, the first bounce, and see how they react, and whether they've got a second ruckman. I'm not sure who would go into the ruck for them. I guess it's Murphy, perhaps. Anyway, Mateus has the ball in his hands. Webb. but not able to affect the clearance. Let's see how they cover that spot behind now. Butterworth hits it. Webb actually looking to hook the ball backwards, so that's interesting. Both hitting to the same spot. One of the Payneham boys looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Giannini in the centre of the ground. Hopefully he's okay. Played his 150th. They come out of the middle, last week I should say, come out of the middle through Darcy Richards. Hack towards the half-forward line. Nice pick up by Rostrevor there. Bring the ball back in. Baccanello has it. Kicks short. Misses the target by a fair way. That man you talked about, Sawford, off the half-back flank. Missed that kick. Not Sawford, Mackenzie, which is unusual. Paul Fantasia comes at the ball. Nice arm position as he approaches it. Doesn't take it cleanly in the end. It spills out. Payneham there. Got some numbers. Still Rostrevor good enough. Trying to handball through the traffic wasn't a great idea, and Payneham able to now release the pressure through Jacob Campbell. And he hits that to Harrison Viney. And I'll tell you what, I reckon he would love to see the ball come in a one-on-one like that for the rest of the game. He's up against Hayden Swanbury, a young fella. But he did that well, didn't he? Front position.
Yeah, strong hands, strong in front. Good mark.
Yep. So important kick here. Yeah, beautiful balance over the ball. Gee, once again, that all shots seem to have been missed to that right-hand side. Almost like the players were expecting it to come back, and it hasn't. There would have been a really nice start. So Payneham out to 3-2, but certainly attacking well from the start.
So the ball here with Carboni in the back pocket from the kick out. Assessing his options at the moment. Decides he's going to go down the line. Down towards half-back flank. Big pack fly's going to come off hands. Couldn't quite take it there. Jet Boxer in front. And what have you got for us down there, Lambo?
Boys, just quickly, Johnny G, number 10 from Payneham, has gone off with a leg injury, so they're looking at that right now, okay?
Yeah, big loss for them. He very prominent in the first quarter. So Ruckman having a dance. The ball ended up hitting the ground. They're all over.
All over young
Baccanello there. They already tackled about 3 of them.
Yeah, Todd and Baccanello looking like both trying to get the last chip out of the packet.
He's got it again, tackled immediately again, this time by Matt Nye, and this time he's given the ball up. So well done, Matt Nye. Kicked the first goal for Payneham. Sees something on the lead. Ball's going to come in about 30 out. Oh, backing back there, that could have been dangerous, but it looks like they're going to clear it anyway. So here we go, O'Malley. And short kicks miss the mark. It's around about 30 out. This has been sharked there by Mead. Gets a handball out. Now they're going to get the opportunity to clear. Handball comes out wide here to Harry Wright. Again, now to Butterworth. And now finally the kick comes out towards the half-back. And that's a good, strong one grab there. That looks like it could be young Jet Boxer, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is, yep. So he's got into the middle. Who's he looking for there? Two Payneham players nearly spoiled each other, but well done there, Bauer. He's ended up taking the mark. Not sure what he saw there. He just kicked that straight in the middle of 2 Payneham players.
Yep, he's gone in the middle to Louis Clem. They're in the corridor now. Now he should go towards Vine in a one-on-one. It's a poor kick. Doesn't give him any real chance. In fact, it was Matthias that the ball went towards and didn't really give him a chance. Easy for Rostrevor to be able to reply or take the ball out of the back half, courtesy of Nicholas Karagic. And now he goes to the half-back flank. They play on nicely here. Lower the eyes. In great position, however, was Webb. Doesn't take the easy chest mark in the end. It spills forward. Now Rostrevor got a chance. Will they go with the handball? Matthias does. Gives it out again. Murphy, he can't get it out effectively. And Payneham just doing enough here, I reckon, to be able to hold this attack up. In the end, they do it beautifully. Switch the play, dangerous. Baccanello, you know he'll get there with some speed. It's a good effort by the Payneham player. He 1-on-2 originally, and then got some good support. So try and pick that player's number up. Number 8, Jacob Campbell, did it well.
That's
up against the odds.
Fantastic there from Jacob Campbell. Outnumbered, used his smarts, punched the ball forward, gained another 30 metres, but also neutralised the contest.
He did exceptionally well there, and then I like the way he pushed himself forward. Hasn't sat around the contest, knows his role, obviously, which is good. This one out the back of the contest again, and it's Baccanello, Rostrevor again with that spot. Beautifully by Brett Ansell onto the boot. Players falling over willingly. certainly no shortage of guys throwing themselves at the ball. The umpire again has played holding the ball for that one at the bottom of the pack. They get up quickly, Payneham. This has been symptomatic of their game. Mateus, left footer. Once again, this made it very, very difficult for Viney. Geez, that must be frustrating as a forward to play to that sort of delivery. 1 on 2, you've got to give the guy a chance. So Mead it is, the left footer. Goes square. Nice lower in the eyes. It's Tulio Dematius. He's got Tom O'Malley presenting for him on the wing. Will he hit that one or will he go to Dawson? Dawson he goes to.
He's missed the kick.
Missed it by a long way, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ended up with Nick Highland.
Yeah, so Nick Highland's got it. He's going to go long and inside 50. Again, outnumbered in the contest there was the ruckman in Matthias. Umpire here circling. No, it's come out. There's going to be a quick shot for goal here. It's going high, wide, and not very handsome. And that'll be... It is just snuck in for a point. We can't get a read on this goal umpire at the on left of screen. We cannot get a read on him at all. That looked for all money like it was out on the full. But no, he's called another behind, so it goes to 3-3. So 9 points of difference here. And Rox will bring the ball back in towards the boundary side here on our commentary side, which is the western side of the ground. Big pack forms, off hands. We'll have a boundary throw in right in front of us.
Yep, Peter Verassi that was. He kicked the ball in beautifully there. Got some good purchase on the kick. No one able to mark the ball. So, as you mentioned, we'll have a boundary throw in just outside the forward 50 for Payneham. Payneham get first hands on the footy here. Once again, it's the bloke off the back of the stoppage that's hurting them. That time it was Harry Wright, although good pressure in the end by Theodorakopoulos. I'll get that right by the end of the day, Theo. And Mr. and Mrs. Theodorakopoulos. Apologise for my Greek. Don't mind a bit of Greek every now and again too. Food, that is. Hit forward by Matthias. No one able to take. Much better this time. Structured by Payneham. Panoho does it well. Round the corner. Much better kick. Gives him a chance. Viney, 1-on-1, able to compete. O'Malley on the boot quickly, but good pressure. Ball spills out. They keep it alive. Can they get it on again? Good tackle by Bacanello. So good defensive pressure by Rostrevor there. Just didn't allow them anything.
You have another ball up here. They're threatening again. Good tap down there.
Oh.
By Webb, and the shot for goal is
Oh.
going to miss. That should have been a goal. Is that Jacob Campbell, was it?
Brett Ansell. He's had a good start to the quarter, yeah.
Oh, I should have done a little bit better there.
Yeah.
They're peppering.
They are.
Peppering. And it's this happened in the first quarter as well. So 3 behinds in the first 8 minutes. Not probably the reward that they would have been after, especially from Jeremy Cheney's perspective. So Rox now going to bring the ball out. Oh, tackled heavily.
Wow, just left it a bit late, didn't he?
Peter Verassi. And umpires let that go. And not only that, he's kicked it out on the full. The ball's going to get brought back in by Wagner. Wastes no time. Another opportunity here. Probably, again, not the best position there for Viney to take it. And ball's going to spill out right near the intersection of the 50 and the forward line here for Payneham.
Yeah, I love that hit and shoulder by Louis Clem right on the boundary line. So he sent a real strong message to Peter Verassi. You did hesitate with the footy here, son, around me, and you're going to pay the penalty. So, Butterworth goes forward for Todd Panoho, who's been in everything. Been good for Payneham. And another boundary throw in.
That time.
The wind does feel like it's picked up a little bit where we're
call,
sitting, that is for
Lambo,
sure. Yeah.
Predicted it, quarter time.
Yeah, we haven't seen him since quarter time, though, I've got to say. Not sure where he is. Butterworth's done a mountain of work so far. Behind this occasion, can they keep it in here, Payneham? They can't. And nice Jacob Campbell. I like the look of this kid. I think he's just come through the juniors and he not frightened to have a go. It was, we saw back on the half-back flank a while back and took that nice, neat under a bit of pressure.
It's going to end up over the boundary. Is that a push in the back? No, not paid.
Would have been
Bit
far
unlucky there, Dylan Pippett. We're going to go for another boundary throw-in. It just seems a little bit of a stalemate here at the moment. pressing again, Payneham. They are right in this contest, looking for their first win in 6 weeks. Up it goes again. Butterworth, oh, beautiful knockdown there straight to Daniel McCullum. Now the kick comes out towards half-back. And ball ends up over the boundary line there. The handball attempted by Jack O'Leary. It was smothered. Him and, of course, Nicholas Murphy heading back towards the Rostrevor 50-metre line at the moment as the boundary umpire is about to bring this in again. I think Butterworth's going to, maybe he's going to need a change soon. He's been going for a quarter and a half.
Yeah, it's interesting to see who the change-up is.
Yeah, interesting.
This is the
Seems
spot.
like they're starting to get on top a little bit here too. Certainly had him on top in the first quarter.
Much better coverage there by Payneham.
Yep.
Forward of the contest, the restart, much better. So hopefully they have addressed that at quarter time. Looks like they may have.
Webb again, down to Panoho, can't quite take it. Tackle applied here on Jacob
ball.
Campbell. That is holding the ball, and the relieving kick here will be taken by Will Mead.
Been consistent with that, the umpires today. There's no doubt about that. So Mead on his trusty left foot searches for options. Murphy presenting down this line. He goes inboard, however, and look at that kick. Tulio Dematius, the wingman. How has he got so much room? I'm not sure. Ball spills to the back. Payneham. Murphy showing us a good set of speed there for an old fella. Tackled, however. Now they come out, Payneham. Back down this line, looking for that kid that we mentioned before. Well, that is a terrific mark by Daniel Carboni. So forward to him. Fantasia. Murphy goes in the direction of Murphy now. Presents. Nice punch. I think that might have been Bauer. Again, though, Rostrevor have all the answers when it comes out. That, again, is the same player, Tulio Dematius, who wasn't manned up only a minute ago. So structurally, there's a real issue there, or transfer of ownership from player to player. That should never happen, where he gets that much room.
And well spotted up too, as well, that time by Harry Wright. But he hasn't been picked up for a long time.
Yep, so straight in front, about 40 metres directly in front. He'll make no mistake here. He doesn't. That is his first, Tulio's, and it is Rostrevor's fifth. Their first into the breeze. They go to 5-6. Payneham trailing 3-4. We have a 14-point margin.
And how often do you see that in a game of football where a team has been peppering and can't make the opposition pay, goes down the other end, and there's a breakdown in matchups. Player gets free twice, and they have made them pay.
Well, they actually
big
look
time.
confused. The defence looks confused.
No one even knew who was supposed to be picking him up.
He's actually moved forward from the wing. He's playing across the half forward.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether they got him on the transfer from position, but anyway, being picked up now by Samuel Scrimgeour, I think. Yes. Let's see if he stays with him. And what about Brad McKenzie, mate? Where is Brad McKenzie? Has he gone forward? That was the question.
Yeah, he would stay. He was right in under that contest, but it has gone forward now. So
look at this, 1-on-2.
1-on-2. Oh, it looks like he might be lucky here. It's Chase Bauer, I think it was. Yeah, it was. He's
Bauer,
2-on-1, done well. He's forced the stoppage, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Well, probably about 25-30 out from the goal here for Rostrevor going into the breeze. So they did well. They held Payneham to 3 points in about 12 minutes. Took it down the other end of the ground, kicked a goal, threatening again. So actually tapped down that time by Fantasia. It's been knocked forward, and young Dawson just paddles it over the line. We'll have another boundary throw in. They have moved it around though. It's only about 10 metres around, so very threatening position here. Geez, they get another one here. You'd think that Jeremy Cheney might be a little bit annoyed that they've allowed 2 goals in 3 minutes. See how we go.
Plenty of numbers around this contest. It's Rostrevor first, hands again on it. Josh Massey quickly onto the boot. No good though. It's intercepted by
Nick Hyland, I think.
Nick Hyland, correct. He puts the hand to the face with the sun in his eyes. Ends up going long, but that's not a great kick. Have a look at that. It's 1 versus 3. And the Payneham player.
Yeah, poor old Matthias there puts his hands up. What's he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Butterworth takes the mark.
He's frustrated there, but that's more of the kicking issue there than the umpiring issue. Butterworth able to take a mark easily. Now goes long, plenty of numbers at this contest. This is where Rostrevor have been better when the ball hits the ground. Well, once again, we'll have a look at the structure here and see. You can see Bacanello forward of the contest. Now being manned up. So we'll see if their sweeper. Good position. Looks like one-on-one here, so we should have a better representation from Payneham. Goes short. And forced to the boundary line by Maxi Wagner.
Yeah, interesting there. That's boundary just a bit short there. We'll see how he goes this time. But two ruckmen at it again. Unchanged, Butterworth. I know we keep saying it. It's getting up towards time on in the second quarter. He's been at every contest. Again, now we go. Again, beaten. Interesting. So handball comes out. Mead's got it. Has to go on the right this time. Not a bad effort on the non-preferred. Can't quite take it, Murphy. Spills has a second go at it. Murphy paddles it out. Looks like Payneham have the chance to clear.
Nice.
Good play there. And now there's a high kick that's going to come back towards the wing. Got a one hand on it there, Charles Jordan, but couldn't quite keep it in. Interesting matched up there on Matthias.
He's on Webb, actually.
Oh, so on Webb. Oh,
yeah.
they have swaps?
Yep.
Yeah, Matthias into the ruck. So Webb matched up on Webb there. So given away probably about 6 inches there. Have a look, they've gone back deep. And, geez, they get the ball in quickly here to Webb. Surely he'll take the mark. Let's see how they go. Paddle down. Couldn't quite take it there. Was McKenzie. Pack forms. Is that going to come out of there? No, it's not. And we will have a secondary stoppage right here on centre wing, Jacko.
We will indeed. The scores are Rostrevor 5-6, Payneham 3 goals, 4. Low scoring affair. Particularly the last 10 minutes or so, it's been locked down. And again, they're able to take the ball away from the stoppage, Rostrevor, courtesy that time of Ryan Lim, the tagger. Wonder whether that tag has been released. Let's see if no. Mackenzie's still there around the contest. Good tackle. Nice strong tackle by James Wharton. He looks like a physical type, doesn't he? Maybe he goes into the ruck as a second ruckman to give Butterworth a hand. Butterworth, it is that time against Matthias. This time Mackenzie gets it. Missed handball opportunity. Back to Mackenzie now. Here's a left footer who come this way. Just run out of room in the end and well corralled by Timmy Bacanello. And been a lot of stoppages on this side of the ground across the last 10 minutes. Neither side able to take the ball away with any real space. Let's see what happens here. I'd like to see Payneham hit on the check and try and get some work that side, but interestingly, he's hitting the same way. And Reinbreck again, this side, takes the ball away cleanly. A nice mark on that occasion, however, by Patrick Sanzo. Should have gone quickly, pulled the trigger and gone the fat side of the ground because now he's struggling to find options. Everything choked in front of him. He goes towards the boundary. It's a good kick in the end, although the ball was dropped by Darcy Richards and ends up spilling out of bounds.
Yeah, so Darcy Richards, he won't be happy with that effort. There's dropped a chest mark there on centre wing. It's paddled out. Ball hasn't been on that side of the ground too often.
No.
But it is now, and of course it'll be Butterworth and Matthias. Tap goes towards the Payneham side of the ground, but again, rocks have come away. Can't quite take the mark there. That was Jaden Gale. Quick handball out there by Wagner. Now there's a long kick forward. Big, quick torp, I should say. Just over Harrison Viney. And Rock's got the opportunity to get it out. So here's Bacanello.
Too easy.
Dodges around one, dodges around two. That frees up the handball. Oh, the handball's missed. It's got to go back in now, McCallum, and have a second go at it. Gets the handball out again for Rassi. Handball to Bacanello. Geez, they've made hard work of it, but Mead's now able to swing around on the left. Spots up the players, gone over both of them. So actually pushing it back potentially there. Not paid there to Reinbreck.
Good hands.
And
Gee,
now
there,
that was a very good handball. Out it comes to Theodorakopoulos.
Yeah, Theodorakopoulos. I like him. I like his name. So I'm just going to run with Theo. He looks forward. Can't see any options, although he does have Matthias. In the end, look at this. 1v3. Gee whiz, he gets a free kick on that occasion. They didn't need to do that, Rostrevor. They had all the numbers. In the end, just a lack of communication, although they did give away a bit of height to the big fella, Matthias, left footer. Now he goes down the boundary line. Made it hard for Viney. Made it real hard, in fact, because it's gone out on the fall. And it's Viney at the top of the square who was going, what about me? Not a bad song.
And two good versions of it too,
yeah,
I must say.
They've got it in the back pocket, Rostrevor. I think it might be Verassi. Fantasia will mark this. No, he doesn't. Ball goes forward. Good tackle on the tagger.
Yeah.
Ryan Lim. Copping a bit of treatment in there.
Yeah. And
Always unhappy about that one. Big Giannini back on the ground, which is great to see. Stop. I'll tell you what, I'm getting frustrated with Lockie Mateus putting his hands out to the umpire continually. Mate, how about just getting a kick? Don't worry about whinging the umpires. Get up the contest and throw your body in there, son. You want to try and make it to the next level. Play to the whistle was the famous call. Does compete well in the ruck there. Spills forward. This time they should have got a free kick there,
wow.
Payneham. Unlucky.
Gee, Lewis Clem.
Yeah, very stiff. Fantasia will mark this one. Oh, Murphy ends up with it. Is that a mark? Gee whiz. Now Fantasia. I've called him 3 times.
Yeah, good kick. He's got it eventually.
Actually coming off the ground now, Mateus. Well, looks like he's wanting to come off the ground. Carrying a bit of a hip. I'd rather see him not.
Has he been replaced?
No, he just came off without
here we go.
No.
Yeah, now.
He can't do that.
Ethan
Once
Hales
again.
comes on. So obviously, Lachlan Webb will go into the ruck. And yes, Fantasia, we didn't even have to call that. That was obviously always going to be a goal. Apologies there. We probably should have given that a little bit more credos than what we did. But
Yeah.
22 minutes in, and Rostrevor hit back hard.
I'd like to see the player wait till the interchange is ready to go before he just walks off the ground and leaves.
It wasn't a good look, was it?
It's not a good look at all. And, unless you're dead, stay on the ground until your interchange is ready to go and then come off.
So we had 3 points and peppering from Payneham in the first 12 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes we've had 2 shots for goal from 2 breakdowns in communication in their defence. But
yet to score with the
and
breeze.
yet to score a goal with the breeze. So we're going to have a secondary bounce up here. You have to say that Butterworth's going to at least half time. There's no point swapping him out for a couple of minutes here. Up he goes. Taps behind. First one there was Scarley. Couldn't quite get it out. Now it's popped back out. Oh, geez, in the back maybe there. Was that McKenzie?
Yeah, McKenzie, yep.
Didn't quite get the free kick there. Umpire's going to come in. We'll go again. That ball did move. We're at about 10 metres laterally. He spotted Sutton here. He's at maybe but a little bit of claret there for
once again, just
Panoho.
learning to be careful. Don't sprint off, Todd. Wait till your
player's
ready to go.
So, Nicholas Hyland will come back on. We'll just wait for him to get into position. He goes straight down back.
Good bit of communication there from John Giannini. He said, look, you go to the back line, I'll go into the ball. And then smartly goes to that danger spot and covers Mead. He's the one I'd be covering at the bounces. Mead or Baccanello, whatever's on the back.
Wow.
Baccanello ends up with it, gives it to Butterworth. He gets around easily.
Good kick for the ruckman.
Shortens the kick to Jaden Gale, the first gamer. He goes long towards Murphy. Oh, nearly marked it. Dawson in great position. Handball's alive. And, wowie. Jet boxer.
Yep.
A chance to kick his first for the game, and it cannons into the padding on the left post.
That'll make the dribble foul. I won't be happy with that. Go with the drop punt, son. I have to agree. He was running into an open goal there, but he's Dawson made up for a little bit there with that spoil. It's going to go over the boundary line. They're going to have a stoppage here just inside their 50. Again, late, nearly 25 into the second quarter here. They've done really well into this breeze here. Rocks in the second quarter. 21 points the margin. Up it goes, down it goes. Handball out here. Baccanello now. Possession number 100. Oh, Murphy, 1-2. He's got it.
Yeah, Patrick Sanso's in a pretty good position to be able to intercept that ball. I'm just not too sure that he was given the confidence from the player behind, and that's where you've got to be calling the player in front to come back at the ball. you can't have a player double grabbing a mark in such a crucial spot. You need to be able to intercept that ball.
Yeah, this should be bread and butter for this bloke. In he comes. Punches it. Oh, geez, that didn't just move at all. He's missed to the near side, so he won't be happy with that. A couple of gettable shots at goal the last minute or so, and they could have really put some icing on a very good second half of this second quarter. Viney right up the ground there. It's a half back trying to take that mark.
Nearly killed his teammate.
Poor old Lockie Webb.
Wouldn't mind seeing him come out.
And Mateos off a little bit, and Lockie Webb just a bit ginger here. There, Butterworth has got a new lease on life, gets it top. Jacko's just thrown his pen down. That's just gone straight to that spot again. And here goes Theodorakopoulos. He's managed to get the free kick there on Bacanello. So just decides to go laterally and wide. Oh, gee, Scrimgow's now got it.
Right, they come down the line. That could be out in the fall. It is. And a poor kick results in a free kick to
McKenzie. That's only a little chip kick too.
Ryan Lim. He looks forward. Ends up going long, hugs the boundary line towards Paul Fantasia. You know, he's got a good pair of hands, not a bad option. Just like to see Payneham being able to try and get the ball in the direction of Viney a bit more often. I reckon he's probably been in 3 or 4 contests in the whole first 2 quarters. Need to get him. In fact, I think he has come up around the ball now, has he?
Yeah, he's up around half back again, I reckon.
Yeah, so maybe he's going to have a bit of a run in the ruck. I'm not sure there. Anyway, Rostrevor inside their front. Dawson looks like a nice handball to Rybrecht. Fakes the handball. Probably had enough time to actually kick it straight. But he sold the putt beautifully and in the end just couldn't curve the ball round with his natural left foot. And they are peppering the goals. They're out to 6 goals, 8 Rostrevor. To Paynham's 3 goals, 4 doing all the attacking Rostrevor. Paynham just trying to hang on. 27 minutes gone. I don't want it to blow out any further than this. So, what's been interesting, it's been one-on-one footy all day, which is great to see. No sides looking to get a spare. Butterworth, Mead in good position. Brett Ansell takes the ball cleanly under a bit of heat from Bacanello. And good umpiring. Good footy all round there. Quite happy with that.
Up it goes again. Another tap around the back from Butterworth. Mead tackled without it, I would think.
Value of keeping your feet, wasn't it? He kept his feet and Samuel Scrimmage fell over, I think.
Plays on now, bangs around on the left. Up it goes, Murphy, front position again. Tried to take it on the chest, probably should have in the end. Now the opportunity here, quick kick out, back towards the wing. Butterworth, just can't quite take it. Gets Butters up second to Bacanello. Fantastic work from the ruckman, and his kick goes forward, and Wharton's got it. He goes forward, it's inside 50, and that's good play there from Rocks. What's Fantasia going to do here? He did look to play on. Now
we go to the banana.
This is a difficult place to kick a goal from
I don't
there.
think you can kick a drop punt from there.
Too far out maybe for a banana though.
He's going with the drop punt. I don't think you can kick a drop punt goal from there.
Landed in the square. Should be punched over. Is punched over. And that is 4 behinds in a row. 2 goals, 4. They've had the last 6 scoring shots. Payneham have not scored since those 3 behinds in the first 11 minutes.
Okay, long towards Mateus. Back on the ground now. Rostrevor, though, have all the answers. Here they go forward again into the front half of the ground. Fantasia running at it. Theo got it, though. Hands it off. The young kid makes a good, strong contest on the sidelines, Jacob Campbell. But Rostrevor, courtesy of Daniel Carboni, see the ball out of bounds. Good matchup too, those 2 kids. Carboni on Jacob Campbell, quite like that matchup. So we're back inside, middle of the ground. There, same bloke had the ball, I reckon, at the quarter time siren. James Wharton had it again at half-time siren. Final score for the half, Rostrevor 6-10. Had all the answers that quarter, Vince. All the answers.
It was, you really thought Payneham were in the game. 10 minutes into that, it was actually then 4-6 to 3-4, and they really, really struggled to score. In fact, they didn't score to create anything even up inside 50 in the last 15 minutes of that quarter.
Well, the fast, quick movement that we saw from them in the first quarter when they were able to get the ball on quickly and their skill level was terrific, just disappeared that quarter. They didn't see any link play at all from them from out of the back half.
They seemed to struggle to even get their hands on the ball. It was just amazing. It just looked like Butterworth was struggling early, and the combination there of Webb and Mateus was starting to get on top. Then we saw Mateus come off the ground, which we were focused on instead of watching Fantasia kick his second goal.
Yeah.
And even Webb there looked a little bit ginger just towards the end, and it just gave Butterworth a new lease of life. And he just got back on top, and that contributed to them kicking the last 2 goals for and holding Payneham, who had the breeze, to scoreless for the rest of the quarter.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that I'd like to see Harrison Viney get into the game a little bit more.
You mentioned in the second quarter, the kicking to him was ordinary, wasn't it?
Yeah, just got caught too slow with their movement in that quarter. Anyway, we'll go to a break. The score at halftime here, folks, 6-10. Rostrevor, Payneham Norwood Union 3-4. Grab yourself a cup of tea, coffee, more to the point, a Cooper's Pale Ale. Strap yourselves in. You got 10 minutes, and we'll see you back for the start of the third quarter.
The Simon Black Academy is a 3-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au. The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for...
Half time today, Rostrevor against Payneham. The score is 6 goals 10 to 3 goals 4-22. Rostrevor are up by 24 points. I've got the operations manager here of Rostrevor, Patrick Bowler. How are you, Paddy?
Well, thanks. Very good.
Mate, you've taken over this year. Just tell me a little bit of background about yourself with the club. Yourself, how long you've been here, and yeah.
Yeah, I came here out of school 40 odd years ago.
Wow.
And played all my football out here, and been on the committee a few times over those years. And we had a couple of people step aside this year, so we thought it was time to divvy up some of the roles, and I've taken on the operations role. So yeah.
Good on you. Like in any club too, if it's not about the volunteers, there's no club, mate.
It is. That's right, and we're the same as everybody else. Relying on those people to put their hands up and help out where they can and when they can, and you try and rotate it around. You don't want the same people doing the same things all the time. So we've got a good squad of people to help out. It's been good.
The Oval's in fantastic condition, but most importantly, you got the best facilities here, I reckon, in the league.
Yeah, we're pretty lucky. You would have been here when we had the old club rooms, and I mean the Oval itself's always been a good Oval, but yeah, a few years ago when they built this, it's and the young kids now don't know any different. They think this is a norm, but for us oldies who went through the old ones, this is really special, and we know and we appreciate it, and we certainly don't take it for granted.
And it's a wow factor too, and also having facilities like this actually helps probably future players coming to the club too.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, you want to play at the highest level, and that's always going to attract young kids to your club. And we got facilities like this, it helps as well. I mean, they appreciate how nice it is, and they respect it, and you want them out here, and you want their friends and families out here, and they want to enjoy the environment we're in.
From the footy department, you've got a great relationship with Rostrevor School, so the young lads are coming through. You know, it's it's an easy path for them.
Yeah, it is. We've always had a really good relationship with the school from the days when we used to play up there, and they just ran out of room when we had more teams, so we had to move down here 20 odd years ago. So we've got a great relationship with them, and we've got a couple of players in the A grade who actually teach up there. The kids come and watch. The young kids come and watch us when we're playing, if they're not playing, and the kids out of school. So this year alone, we've got 25 kids, 26 or more now, I think, that come straight out of school to play for us this year across all the grades. So that's another whole team, and of course you lose people, and we keep that really strong relationship with them during the year as well.
Great. Paddy, how many senior sides you got at the moment?
We've got 4 senior sides, boys sides, and we've got the introduction this year of the Loretto Old Scholars Losa, who have joined us here at Campbelltown, playing under our banner but under their own school name. So, and that's the first year they've been in the competition. So they play under with us, and they train here with us, and it's been a great acquisition to the club, and they're enjoying it, and they've got a twilight game tonight after the A grade.
Do you think they're on the track to be a ladies team?
This will be our ladies team. So
it will be, okay.
So this is our relationship with them. So the two schools have always been close together. So this is how we sort of.
That's the big picture.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
That's great. Tell us a little bit about your sponsors at the club.
Some great sponsors. So the Glyn Hotel down the road, Dualo Mills, and look after feeding everybody during the games.
And we appreciate the half-time food too, matey.
They do. All our sponsors across the board have been really good. SADM, Kinetic, Physio down the road, come and look after us all the time. Got trainees here all the time from there on Tuesdays and Thursday nights. So without them, SA Radiology, Lee Moselle, and these sort of people that every year come and put their hand in the pocket and help us out. It costs a lot to run a club like this and this size. We appreciate all the sponsors who come on board.
Good. And you got to appreciate them coming on board. You know, they outlay money. They want their brand to be exposed, and we can do that with us today too. It's just great. Benny Watkins, a new coach of the club.
Yep.
I do the boundary riding, as you know. He's pretty animated, and he loves his footy, doesn't he?
He does. He's been just fantastic, and with the opportunity came out last year to fill that role, and we thought we'd go after him straight away. And he is, I don't know how he must sleep well Saturday nights because he doesn't stop moving on a Saturday afternoon there. And he's really taken on the role as club coach, not just the A grade. It's been fantastic for us. He's enjoying it. The young kids are coming along with him for the ride, and he's, we've had to bring some young kids along sooner than we thought. And Ben's been the perfect person to coach them, teach them the game, how it should play, how we want to play it. So he's been just terrific for the club.
Fantastic. Yeah, we interviewed him 2 weeks ago at the Adelaide Footy League, and he's just, he loves his footy. He's, like you said, he's very passionate, and I really believe he's going to bring some success to the club here. Might not be straight away, but I reckon he's in for a good era, and with a really good group of young lads.
Yeah, we think so too. That was we went through a fairly large transition of players last year. When we've had a good decade, and eventually they eventually got to retire.
Players like the homies who've been club legends.
Yeah, and there's a lot of them, and you don't want them all to leave at the same time, but unfortunately they're all the same age. So as I said, he's been the right person to bring some of the young kids along, and we just want to be competitive and win games, and you get the culture of winning more games into the young kids, and that's how you develop them.
Went and got a few lollies down at the canteen. Again, volunteers. The ladies do a great job there, mate.
They do, and and their mothers are the players, and their dads are on the barbecue Thursday nights cooking dinner, and they're in the kitchen Thursday nights cooking meals for all the boys. So after training, as I said, all the clubs, without your volunteers, you got nothing. So we really appreciate all the work they do down there as well.
Paddy, if you're a betting man, you're 24 points up at half time. We're having a beer after the game. What would you like to win by today, mate?
We just like to win at this stage, so we're not greedy at all. I think we've had a good first half. We've got to put the foot down and try and produce a better second half.
From Dartfish, Adelaide Footy League, really appreciate everything. You taking time out at half time today, mate. And we get spoiled when we come here as a team. So all the best for the second half and for the rest of the year. And thanks for your time, Paddy.
No worries. Cheers.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
And welcome back, folks. We're supposed to recognise our sponsors at halftime. We're running out of time, but I must mention the Banner Crew, our match day sponsor. Thank you very much to Jason, the boys there. Buddy Bet, we need to get some money on next week. Vince?
What game are we on next?
I don't know, but we've got to get some money. We've got to have a punch, surely. A Sip and Save scoreboard, Wakefield Sports Clinic, Police Credit Union, O'Connell's Meats and Simon Black Academy, and we are underway.
We are indeed. Second half. Are we going to see more of the same, or can Payneham get back into this game? Mackenzie, interesting, starting right in the middle.
Notice John Giannini, mate, just walking off there into the change rooms.
Okay, well, he's been called holding the ball. Wow. Geez, I reckon he had about 0.001 of a second to get rid of that. Anyway, ball's in, rocks forward 50. That's a big kick, goes forward. Murphy can't take the mark. Good spoil. Geez, good pick up there from the ruckman, Matthias there. Given the ball there to Nye. Nye goes off with the handball. Ball inside 50. Going to need two hands there. Is that Big Webb? It was. Only had the one mid at it, and Rock's got the opportunity to clear here. And yes, it's with Buccanello, possession number 416. Over on the wing. Short kick. Moving the ball forward, looking inside. No, it's not going to. He's going to go short again. And that looks like it's young Dawson out there.
Dawson it is. Brings it into the corridor to me. Watch him turn onto his left foot here. Searches for the big ruckman, goes over the top of his head towards Fantasia, jumps under the ball a little bit. This time it falls in the hands back now with Fantasia. He falls over, unlucky not to get a free kick. Gives it out the back, can't take it cleanly again. They go out the back to Mead. He's jammed on his right foot, has to kick quickly. Nice mark by Mackenzie. Gee, I bet Jeremy Cheney wishes he had two Brad Mackenzies, one to play, actually three. One to play back, one to play forward, one to play in the middle.
That's exactly right. So out to the wing. Oh, the kick was short. Dawson intercepts again.
That's where the loss of Ben Sawford hurts him a little bit, doesn't it, around the ball?
He's not sure where to go. He's decided to go short and go wide, very wide. Ball bounces in front. Now McCullum's got it. Oh, tackle, breaks a tackle. Now he's going to go inside 50. Look up. Here we go, Fantasia. Surely one-on-one. Yes, absolutely in the goal square.
Very, very hard to tackle Daniel McCullum. You think, oh, look, he's slow, he's collared there. He just pushes him off with strength, doesn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. He's broke one, got the Jets on, got inside 50, put the ball to the advantage of the forward there. So only one person was ever going to get that, and that was this man. Pops it straight over the umpire's head, and he has three goals now, one in every quarter.
I reckon he wasn't going to play today because of the flu, Paul Fantasia, and his mate Daniel McCullum rang him to say, come on, mate, you can't not play because of the flu. And kick three.
3 goals. It's not a bad effort. They've only got 7.
Maybe he had a hot date on.
2 minutes in. It doesn't matter what it was, but they'll be very happy that he's made the decision to be here at Campbelltown Memorial Oval because he has 3 and is the leading goal kicker on the ground.
Right, let's get the changes a little bit quicker, Vince. I know you like to go on and on and on, but let's move on because Payneham, this time out of the middle, through Mackenzie. Quick kick. No one able to mark it, though. Ball spills to ground. Payneham got the answers. Mackenzie again. On to Brady Ansell. Left foot through the middle. Can he hit? Yes, indeed. Payneham hit back their first goal for a long time. 3-4. Feels like I've been saying 3-4 forever. Not sure when their last score was, let alone, or the last goal was certainly in quarter 1. Did they score?
Yes, they 3 points they got in the second quarter. Those first 3 points. That's right. The first goal since the 25-minute mark of the first quarter.
Been a long time coming into the breeze. Doesn't feel like the breeze is that strong. Did Lambo give us a bit of a wrap on that at halftime?
No, he was up here obviously enjoying the interview. But quick hit back there.
He gets up quickly for a free sandwich and a free bit of cake, doesn't he, Lambo? So we're back into the middle. Important clearance this. Can they get 2 in a row, Payneham, and make a game of it? They can't. Again, Butterworth hits it. Mead finishes up with it. Nice left foot kick. Fantasia again. Gee whiz, that flu starting to be a thing of distant memory. Gets quickly into Murphy. He runs underneath the ball there, Murphy. Looked to me a few times he's been a little bit underneath the ball. And it spills through for a point. They're out to 7 goals, 10. They play on quickly here. Chase Bauer, beautiful long left foot kick. Can they mark? No, they can't. Got all the answers, Rostrevor. This time they've got an opportunity, Payneham. Mackenzie, can he brush off the tackle? He can't, and the umpire's pinged him again for holding the ball. That's twice this quarter. He'll be starting to get annoyed.
Yeah, well, he's at least trying to do something, but not getting a lot of support. And
I think it was Harrison Viney, actually.
was it Harrison
Apologise,
Viney that time?
Harrison Viney,
Okay, apologies to young Mackenzie there. But at the end of the day,
Viney getting a bit frustrated, a bit
it's
cold.
well, it's not getting down to him
No.
again. So Payneham having a shot for goal from 50. That looks like it might have gone through low and hard. And yes, it certainly has. So that's 2 goals won now this quarter to
Who
Rox.
kicked that?
We're just going to check on who kicked that goal. Was that Reinbreck on the left? Yep. So he's now got 2 as well after 1 in the third quarter. And suddenly we've had 5 minutes and had 3 goals.
In the first game, Jaden Gale making his way into the centre of the ground, so that's good. Good vote of confidence by the coach, Benny Watkins, who Lambo says should be in the fringe. Look forward
He's
to getting
got-
free tickets from the big bowl. I wonder what his act will be. They now take it again too easily. Look at this, Butterworth around the corner.
Probably had more time there,
yeah,
Butterworth.
no pressure.
Yeah.
He just whammed it onto his boot. Fantageous now starting to be really influential. That matchup is him and Chase Bauer has been consistent all day, as has Murphy on Jack O'Leary. Fantasia in the ruck. This time Payneham are able to take it out. They kick it towards space. The young kid in Jacob Campbell. And it really is the half forward line they're having trouble penetrating, isn't it, Payneham? They're just, I don't know, I'd like to see, as mentioned at half-time, Harrison Viney come up to the half forward line. Looks like he may have done that now, which would be good to see him get into the game.
Okay, so tap down there, clear tap. And that was by Matthias, of course. But Rock's going to come away with it again. Get up a bit gingerly. Is that Mackenzie there? Just having a bit of a limp just in front of us? Is that, or is it Viney? It's
Yeah.
Viney, yep. So the kick in there from Wharton. Is that a good game, Wharton? Dawson could be first on it here, showing some pace. That didn't go out, boundary umpire. That's play on.
It's the ball that's got to go out, not the player. I thought he did that exceptionally well, Dawson.
He was on then too.
Yeah,
But
just did.
umpires called it.
so it's correct.
Not going to argue. Butterworth, tap over the back. Beautiful tap there to Reinbreck. Tackled immediately. He's not getting out of that one. And well played, Harrison Viney now at, full back line and just struggling a little bit.
He looked dead and buried 10 seconds ago on the centre wing, so it was a good effort for Harrison Viney to get up, and he's obviously keen to get involved in the game, which is good. Kick goes towards the 2 Lockies. Neither of them are able to get clear grab on it, so we'll have a boundary throw-in just to the south of the Payneham coaches box. And the coaches boxes here, I've got to say, are unbelievable in size. What do they hold? 20 people. You almost get you can almost get a party in there.
How did they cope with that when it was 10 people for COVID?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Beautiful sidestep by Mackenzie there. Not sure where his tagger was there, but that was a beautiful kick. And that's
a
nice,
good mark.
equally good mark by number 3, Daniel Carboni. He heads towards to the wing to Harry Wright. Plenty of time. Harry goes short towards the ruck when he's starting to cause a little bit of trouble for Payneham now. Butterworth, his mobility around the ground is leaving those 2 boys for dead, and poor pressure on the mark again by Lockie Matthias. Needs to lift his game a little bit for mine. Vaccanello has it inside 50. I think the distance might just be a little bit too much for him, though he's going back as if he's going to have a shot. He'll be kicking just inside the 50. Breeze at his back. He fancies his chances. Had Dawson there as an opportunity on a lead, but no, he's backing himself. It's why he's Tim Vaccanello. He knows the longer the game goes, the more influential Tim Vaccanello becomes. One of the fittest players in the competition. It's his first for the game, I believe.
It is. Yep.
And it puts Rostrevor out to 9 goals 11. They are really now starting to get a hold of Payneham, who are on 4 goals 4 margin. Well, 37 points.
It's just blown out really quickly. So 9 minutes into the third quarter, and They're showing their dominance, I suppose, a bit like they did in the first quarter. This time, though, they've answered with 3 goals, 1, and actually getting reward on the scoreboard for their dominance. But up it goes again. Butterworth, unbelievable, still going without a swap in the ruck there. So ball in dispute. It's moved about 10 metres towards the Rocks goal, but we're going to have a secondary stoppage here.
Looks like
It's probably held on to there. Surely Buccanello, not paid.
Looks like Rostrevor.
A high tackle there. Was it on the bow? No, not paid. Umpires missed about 3 free kicks. He'll just come in and it's moved about 10 metres again. Ball on the wing. Line ball, that ruck contest. Tackle applied there by Verassi. And he's actually given away the free kick.
Okay, Todd Panoho it is. He got the free, goes to Mackenzie. Looks like they've dropped the tag on him now, Rostrevor. Don't think they need to do it. He's pushed himself onto his right foot, however, which is not his preferred. And Ryan Brett jumps in the way and grabs it. He is a left footer. Powerful kick. Have a look at this. He goes towards Murphy. Tries to go one-handed. Like to see him throw 2 hands at that. Nice take by Payneham there. Plenty of numbers around this contest. It's Tulio Demetrius in best position of everyone. But gang tackled on that occasion by Brad McKenzie and number 11, whose name escapes me, Nicholas Highland. They're out now. Can they control this ball, Payneham? Back to McKenzie again. He's like a one-man band at the moment. He whips it around the corner towards Highland. Can it sit for him? It doesn't. They've got 2v1. He'll have to compete well. He's got a bit of support now. In the end, not a bad result for Payneham. They'll have a ball up. They need to find a way to go. They need to find an avenue through half forward. As I said, Viney now come up the ground. Butterworth is in everything for Rostrevor as well. This is where Payneham, you would have thought, with 2 ruckmen to throw at Butterworth might try and wear him down. It almost appears the opposite. He's running the 2 Payneham boys ragged. Now the top of the square to Murphy. Almost marks it. Dawson, good position. Takes it, handballs it, keeps it alive. It's now on the ground. Can they pick it up? Rostrevor. There's plenty of heat coming from the Payneham. This will be one of those holding the ball decisions. It's not. We'll have a ball up. Giannini back too, which is good to see.
So ball up here. 25 out on an angle. That time we've got the tap from Matthias, and it's moving forward now towards the half-back flank. Picked up there by Darcy Richards, but taken over the boundary line under a bit of pressure.
Geez, I tell you what I've seen today. I've seen that if we had a rule that says you've got to keep the ball in board, we would add a different game today, because there's been a lot of boundary throw-ins, hasn't there?
There has been, and a lot on this side of the ground. Certainly it's been more play here on the western side. So nothing out of that boundary throw-in. We'll have another stoppage.
37 points, Rostrevor.
Yeah, Matthias probably got the better of that one, but picked up beautifully there. That'll be by Lim. His kick goes in, and yes, there it is, Murphy.
Good mark.
Yeah, good strong grab in front.
That's an experienced mark. He used his backside and pushed back against the defender and put his arms right out in front. A really experienced mark from a very experienced campaigner.
In he comes, looking to, again, be another 3-goal kicker. And yes, that is indeed what occurs. They have hit double figures now with the goals scored. So they're at 10-11-71 to 4-4-28. This game is absolutely blown out in the first 15 minutes of this third quarter.
Yeah, it has indeed. There's some worrying signs, to be honest with you. 6 goals, 7, so 7 goals. Payneham again struggling to score goals, only 4 for the game. 3 of those came in the first quarter, and we are 14 minutes into the third quarter when they have got the breeze. So Rostrevor really done a number on them since quarter time with their scoring opportunities. And it starts here in the middle. Butterworth had control for a fair bit of the last quarter and a half. They need a lift in the ruck, Payneham, from Lockie Webb and Lockie Matthias. They're giving away a bit of size and a bit of experience, but they do that well. Charging off the half-back line is the boy with the bright pink boots. 36. Jaden Gale, first gamer. Much better coverage here by Payneham. Plenty of numbers around this contest. Umpires have their work cut out for them today. There's been a lot of restarts.
Look at the numbers right around the ball here.
On a day that's been pretty good for footy,
Yeah.
hasn't it? Payneham just haven't been able to link the play up like they were in the first
good
quarter.
tap.
Great tackle there by Todd Panoho. And good pressure. They just stepped it up a little bit in the last couple of minutes, Payneham around the ball, which is good to see. James Wharton throwing his weight around in there. No one takes that. Brett Ansell off the contest was terrific with the left foot. Puts it out in front of Viney. Also there was
McKenzie
Brad McKenzie
up
going
forward,
forward.
yeah. So it's at half back. Strong tackle applied, and it's taken over the boundary line. We'll have yet another stoppage. What is the world record for stoppages, Jacko?
Yes.
It's been umpires certainly earning their money today.
We don't have the luxury of Lockie, our stats man, today, but it would have certainly worn him out if he had been here.
Punched forward there by Lockie Webb. Opportunity for Rocks to clear. Gee, that's a good handball. Now it's going to come to half forward, and the kick's going to come inside 50. Where's Murphy? Not at the back of the pack. Couldn't quite take it. Jet Boxer, and that has gone out on. It sounds like it looks like the reaction of players has gone out on the full. It has, and
Yeah.
Di Matteus is going to come in. Geez, good vision. Finds Will Mead on the left. The kick just in front of young Dawson there. Good punch. Now we've got a quick kick forward.
Josh Massey.
That was by Josh Massey, but it's going to go through for a minor score. And
Just wonder whether Payneham are running with tag on anyone. I think I would consider
it's a
maybe running someone on Mead or
44
Bacanello.
points. Suddenly it's out to 44 points.
Yeah, it's the restarts that are killing him, isn't it? Anyway, they come out of the back line.
Good kick.
Nice mark by Brady Ansell. Went to play on, but Josh Massey was in his way. Now kicks it towards the wing. A good attempt by Matteus, I think. No, Webb. Geez, they look alike, those two boys. It's really hard to pick them. So Webb decides to come into the corridor short. Smartly done by Nicholas Hine. He's brought the ball back this side of the ground now to Maxi Wagner. He gives it to Patrick Sanzo. He looks forward, look, nothing on, one-on-one contest. Might be a chance, Harrison Viney. Unfortunately, no one able to take the ball cleanly, and Darcy Richards sees it over the line for Payneham.
Just on his haunches again there, Viney. He's clearly something not right there.
Yeah, he's
Still proppy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's favouring that leg a little bit, for sure. It definitely has come up the ground, but I'm not sure what position he's in there. I mean, he's in no position to be able to impact the game at all there. And if he can't get the right spot, he needs to come off the ground, to be honest with you. 10 metres off the restart, that's just no position for a centre forward to be in. So, boundary throw-in. Almost centre wing, slightly towards Rostrevor's end of the ground. Boundary umpire's all set. Butterworth has not come out of the ruck. Matty Nye there, Ryan Breck there, Bacanello there, Massey there, Mead there, all Rostrevor's guns. Who will win this clearance? Bacanello with a good tackle. Probably one of the strengths of his game, actually. He's a terrific tackler for a little fella. Him and Will Mead, similar players. They missed Luke Manuel. He was one that used to be able to get a lot of footy away from clearance for Rostrevor. Now Mead, onto the left. Just his kick just off the mark on that occasion. Massey hacks it off the boot towards Murphy. He's onto the boot quickly. And a bit of a wasted opportunity. Sees that ball
James
go
Wharton
over
was
there.
free there.
Yeah. I think he tried to get it to him, Murphy, but just wasn't able to.
Just the wind carried the ball a little
Yeah.
bit too far, but it's bounced inside the field of play and gone out. The boundary umpire right next to the behind post here.
Gee, the inside 50 count would be horrendous
This
for
quarter,
Payneham
yes,
this quarter.
absolutely. Tap down there by Webb. Ansell's got it. Oh, that must be holding the ball umpire, not paid. There's a quick kick out. Where's that going? Through for a behind. So peppering again. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 goals, 3 for the quarter to that one solitary shot from from Payneham. I've liked the kick-outs today. They've
Female goal umpire down that end too, is it? Good to see. Now we've got a chance.
Yes, now they're out. There's
Louis Clem. Louis Clem plays on.
opportunity. Yep.
Gives it to Ansell. Now towards Viney. That's better, Footy. Geez, they've been searching for that. Actually, not Viney. I reckon that's Mackenzie. Yep, that's Mackenzie.
But again, move it quickly out like they did that time in the first quarter again going into the breeze, and here's the result of it.
Yep. Yeah, they look better when they get it on quickly, don't they?
Yeah. It's almost like rocks are actually set up for them to slowly move the ball. When they do, it's a surprise element.
So, Brad Mackenzie probably been Payneham's best player today. 45 metres out. Beautiful looking kick. Just pulled it a little bit. Umpire says that's 1 point. That's their second score for the quarter, I think. 1 goal, 1 for the quarter now. Payneham up against Rostrevor's probably 3 or 4 goals. Now Rostrevor straight down the corridor towards Murphy. 1 on 3. He's going to be very good to mark that. Taken by O'Malley. Giannini. Oh, a bit stiff. Didn't really have ever control of the ball, I didn't think. But that's that tackler again in Bacanello I told you about. A good tackler. He kicks it out the far side towards Harry Wright. Ball intercepted now inside Payneham's back 50. They're under severe pressure here though. Here's a chance for a one-on-one. Not able to compete, unfortunately.
Bacanello again.
No, that's...
No?
I don't think that's Bacanello, is it?
Back there.
You might be right. Yeah, little player marking the ball like that. Jeez. They've got to be better than that.
Well, Tom O'Malley's got it now. Spins around, looks on the right. Up towards half forward. Oh, what a grab in the middle of that pack by Fantasia.
Well, had to
Goes
punch.
quickly.
Jack O'Leary had to punch,
Yeah,
didn't he?
that's right. And he's found Murphy in the pocket. Gee, that just is class play from a class player. And Murphy, left forward pocket, northwestern side of the ground, should be able to just turn around and bend this.
Yeah, it's good a mark as
Bend
that
this
was,
through.
let's be honest. There had to be a punch.
Yep. Spinning around. Has he got enough on it? No, that's just gone around the wrong side of the post. That'll be a minor score.
Geez, missed a few today, hasn't he? I reckon he's kicked 4 points.
So, not quite got the kicking boots on,
No,
Nick Murphy, but
he could have torched them by himself
they,
today.
yeah, absolutely. Well, he could have actually probably even equalled their score. But this kick out doesn't work out. Now the ball's under pressure. So now it's with Verassi and it comes inside, or doesn't drops a mark there, Di Mateus. Going to be cleared here. Oh, no, it's not. An excellent tackle's been applied. And again, by who else but Bacanello.
Yeah, his tackle count's certainly up. He's definitely a contender for the man of the match today. Now they come out Payneham. They're into the centre of the ground. Can they get anything from this movement? They can't. Jordan hacks it quickly. Umpire's paid a free kick for down the ground, and that will give Paul Fantasia an opportunity to kick his 4th from
Took the mark anyway, but
30 metres directly in front of goal. 4 goals would be probably his best return for the day, for the year, I'd say, Vince, in his return to footy this year.
yep, I think you're right there.
Looks good off the boot.
Yep, and
It
that is 4.
That is 4 for Paul Fantasia. Lambo.
Boys, Rostrevor are doing whatever they want at the moment in this quarter, and it's very quiet with the Payneham boys and liking their bench at the moment. And no injuries, so I'll get back to you, Jacko and Vince.
Yeah, you make an interesting observation. The energy from the Rostrevor bench, Ben Watkins in particular, hasn't stopped all day. And conversely, at the other end, Payneham boys, well, they're just sitting down.
Yeah,
they're probably a bit shell-shocked, aren't they, really?
51 points. And this game was still up for grabs probably at half time, but it certainly isn't now.
Yeah.
They've won the stoppage there. Ball comes forward though for Payneham, but again, mopped up. Kick's going to come out wide onto the wing, and that'll be slapped over the boundary line.
Mind you will say, Vince, I was a fan of the coach sitting inside the bunker rather than parading up and down the boundary line like the big bowler is today. Maybe he thinks with a young side he's got to do that, but boundary throw in, centre ground. Payneham got it all in front of them. Like to see him get a clearance here. Nice hit. Bacanello, look at him tackle the tackle machine.
comes
Hands
out
up
with
with
the ball.
the footy. He's getting better and better as this game goes on. Now they're out Payneham. Freddie Ansell. Ooh, risky handball. They got away with them. McKenzie. Should have probably kicked it straight away. Does like to
Good tackle from Ryan Brett.
play the feint with his initial move. Brad McKenzie, from what I've seen. Sell the pup. Wasn't able to get away with it on that occasion. Matthias, good hit. Bacanello again.
There's been a lot of that today, though. There's been, good hit by either Webb or Matthias, and then the first name you call after that is a Rostrevor player, though.
Yep, yeah, they've clearly won it around the ball, haven't they? Look at this, here we go again. Brett Ansell's tried hard
got
at
the kick
times.
out that time.
Now they're a chance, Payneham. Good kick, good mark. Oh, well followed up, Pippett. Nice. Can you kick a goal from there, son? Oh, he's probably too far out. Good kick, though, in the end. Does find a Payneham Norwood Union player. I can't quite see. It might be Toddy Panoho. No, bad call, Shawnee. That is Ethan Hales. Haven't called him a lot today, Ethan. First shot on goal. He's originally going to be number 22 on the team sheet and changed to 3. We know that Rostrevor had some problem with their laundromat. If they paid the bill. Ethan Hales, 45 degrees, 25 out.
That's a good kick.
Nice on the boot. That's Payneham's second. And look, what I do like about that, have a look at the amount of players running in. I'd suggest that's his first goal for the club.
Yes, yeah,
but
certainly
equally it
getting,
shows
but
that
it's still good to see. You know,
good team spirit.
Yep, it's still as important. It shouldn't matter what time of the game or what game it's in.
Yep.
You know, just make sure that it's still celebrated in the right way. And well done to the Payneham players.
Yeah.
But it's been about 20 minutes between those two goals, and in between that we've seen 4 goals from between those two scores.
So Rostrevor for the quarter, or how many, Vince?
Five, sorry, five,
Yep.
yes.
So again, look at this, Bacanello to Mead. Geez, how many times have we said that today? Goes towards Murphy now. No one able to take the ball clean. Now Payneham bring it out. Good handball to O'Leary. Ends back with it, O'Leary. Kicks long now. In the direction of Alexander Scarley. It's Matthias. He kicks long, blind lead to Timothyus. Watch him look for the switch of play. Brings the ball back. Beautiful kick into the corridor. This is where you want to run and gun, son. Go. Don't hesitate. They now go the far side of the ground. They probably should have gone there a bit quicker. Daniel McCullum, the captain, he's got it. Look at the number outlay over here. And the siren sounds and ends what's probably been a disappointing end of a second quarter in a row for Payneham. Their score is 5-5. They trail Rostrevor 11-14. They've got a lot of work in front of them, Vincey.
Yeah, I don't think the breeze is going to help overturn a 45-point deficit there with 1 quarter to go.
Must mention the ladies' game after this too. Loretto, first year in the women's competition.
They're just coming out for a bit of a jog on the ground, the girls.
They're the sister school of Rostrevor, so
good on them.
Be a big night here at the Rostrevor Footy Club. Loretto girls making their way out to warm up. There's not too many there at this stage, only half a dozen. Hopefully the rest of the teammates aren't far behind.
So it was 11 points at quarter time, 24 points at the half, blew out to 45 now at 3/4 time. Rostrevor well on top here and should go on and win this game rather comfortably, and we'll be back shortly to bring you the last quarter.
The Simon Black Academy is a three-pillared program that combines both education and Australian rules football. Available in 4 states throughout Australia, the program covers 3 key areas. The first is an education component through the Torrens University. The second is the development of the participants' AFL skills, helping the player to become the best player they can possibly be. And the third is a leadership and growth program. The Academy is a perfect opportunity for participants who like football. They get exposed to AFL coaches and mentoring opportunities as they do their university degree. Based down at Norwood Oval and the Arc at Campbelltown, it is a fantastic program for anyone interested in sports management who loves football and wants to extend their education with a Torrens University degree. Feel free to check out the website simonblack.com.au.
Now with Craig Lambert.
Jacko and Vince, 3/4 time here, and Rostrevor up by 45 points. Geez, they played some cracking football in that third quarter, especially from the half-back flank, and it was just great. And I can't see much really changing. Payneham in the huddle there, heads down, no enthusiasm, nothing. So I can see Rostrevor really going up to another level and probably win by 10 to 12 goals. Back to you boys, and keep commentating. You're doing a good job.
Oh, thanks, Craig. 10 goals is not a stretch there. They're 1 goal off of that now, and they're coming home with a breeze. He hasn't really...
I think the sun was getting in his eyes a bit there.
Yeah,
He's
he was
struggling a bit, poor old Lambo down there.
Concussed at the huddle. Looks like Athelston girls
Find some shade, mate.
up against the Loretto girls for the game after this. Looks like Athelston might be in trouble though, unless they can find some more players. There's only about a dozen here at this stage. So I'd love to tell you, if you're sitting at home and you're a Payneham supporter, that anything can happen in a game of footy, because it can. We've all seen it. But I tell you what, it'd be an absolute miracle for Payneham to win this game. But the Loretto girls are here, and hopefully they're praying for a miracle. Well, they'd be supporting Rostrevor, wouldn't they? This is their home ground,
Yeah,
Loretto.
that is. So they'd be quite comfortable with the situation, and probably more comfortable with the fact the opposition looks like it's got half a team. But we're about to get set here for the last quarter. 45 points of difference. It's just, you would think that only looks likely to increase, as we're just waiting for a few of the stragglers to get off the ground on the other side of the ground. They just come in, listen to the huddle, and back over to the rescue. And you're back with Jacko.
Butterworth versus Matthias. No one clear with a hand. Ball spills to the ground. Plenty of numbers. Ryan Beck throws himself at it. Get another restart. This time Butterworth slops it into space. With one-on-one contest results in another restart. I might count them this quarter. That's
you start counting up, it goes. Line ball again that time.
Guess who, though?
Barcanello's got it. The
Yep.
quick kick comes out to Harry Wright. His kick inside 50. The big forwards fly. No one can get it. Oh, it could have been actually held there, young Jet Boxer, but not paid. It's a ball dispute 15 metres out. He's got it again. Oh, that's got to be holding the ball. He's tried his best there, but that's been overwhelmed by the Payneham defence, and they'll get the opportunity here to clear. So kick comes out, looking for Diamateus. Butterworth gets the ball behind. First person there is Scarley. He's overrun it, and it's going to trickle out of bounds.
I mentioned at
half
three-quarter time that Rostrevor had the breeze. They don't, do they? Payneham have it, but it doesn't seem to be
It's
strong
actually
at
looks
all.
like it's died down. The best gauge is to look at the wonderful trees around this ground, and they're actually pretty still, even right at the top. So here it comes again. Surely Butterworth's going to ruck this whole game now. He's just done an unbelievable job. High kick by Mead, comes in.
Oh,
Couldn't
Murphy.
quite take it. Murphy on the chest, butters up, gets a second go at it, spills out. Pack forms, ball comes out to McKenzie, does well, gets the handball out wide. 3-on-1 there, so again, now Mead's got it again, swings on the left. He looks like something he's found there, and yes, it's a fantastic kick from Mead.
Wasn't it a beauty?
Oh,
Nick Murphy's had one of those games where it could have almost been a 6-7 goal game.
well, it
Now,
still could be.
what's he got at the
He's
moment?
got 2-5, I think.
2-5.
2-4 or 2-5.
So, you know, he's had one of those games where he's going to live to regret it a little bit. He's been absolutely mercurial at times.
So in he comes. A little bit of a skip. Nice kicking action. Umpire doesn't move. That is straight through the middle. He has 3, and we are 2 minutes into the last quarter, and that has just about brought it out to 51. Well, it has over 50 points. 51 points now the margin, and it only looks at this stage that that may increase further, Jacko.
Yeah, well, Lambo did say to us at three-quarter times 10 goals. That is 10 now, isn't it?
Not quite. A little bit further.
51,
Yeah,
no,
51,
sorry,
not
beg your
61.
pardon.
That's
Yep.
all right.
Yep. Massive,
Might not
never
be long
been a
before we're there.
strong suit. Back in the middle. This is where it's been won and lost today for mine. Rostrevor been far too good around the clearances. Let's see what happens with this one. Ball goes back. Butterworth. Gee whiz. He's got enough of the ball at his own from restarts. Very reminiscent of the St Kilda ruckman. Dawson now in the pocket. Trapped on his left foot. Can he hook it back into the corridor? Still alive. Tackle here would be handy. They can't get onto it. Rostrevor and Payneham are able to relieve the pressure. They go back from whence it came. Nice attack on the footy by the, is it McCullum or? No, I can tell by the butchered kick that it was Jordan. And turned over what he shouldn't have turned over. Now Payneham a chance here. McKenzie, can he take it cleanly? Gee, is that Mead? Yep, that's Mead to Baccanello. I'm sick of calling those two in the same play. Very difficult to separate those two for best on ground. Baccanello.
Oh, I
and
know.
Mead.
They've been right up there, but good tap there again by Mateus. But Butterworth, he's butted up his own work there. Baccanello again. Now, ball's going to come forward again through Harry Wright, so it's inside 50. And good relieving mark has been taken there. Was that by Bauer, was it?
Yeah, I reckon
it
it's
was.
Jace
Goes
Bauer.
on the left, goes to who I thought it was Ansell, but 15 and 16. Now I reckon he's got a left foot too.
Yep.
So there he goes. Decides to go the other side of the ground. Spotted
kick.
someone out there. Good kick and good, well taken. Good effort there by Darcy Richards. He probably would have ran 50, 60 metres on that lead. Goes inside.
Maxi
Finds
Wagner.
Sanzo. Sanzo's kick's going to come up towards a 50 now. No mark taken. Rostrevor got the opportunity here to bring it out. Baccanello possession, I don't know, plus another 50 on top of that. Comes out to where?
Ansell.
That was sorry. That out's in forward. What's he going to do? Viney, good grab.
He's still limping on that leg,
Still,
though. Looks like
it's
the
a
left
good,
leg's-
strong grab. Well done.
Yeah, looks
On
like
one
a
leg.
bandage. See just behind the camera shot. Maybe just picked up the Loretto girls warming up there with the grey tops on.
So-
Hopefully that doesn't distract Harrison.
Definitely a left leg problem. Looks like he's got some strapping there around the left. Limping in he comes Viney. What's he going to do with this one? He's going to put it through with not a lot of effort, but well done. And yes, that's his first goal for the day.
Yeah, he's struggled a little bit at times, hasn't he, with that leg, and he struggled to be in the game at times, particularly, you know, the first half of the game, the ball was very rarely in his vicinity.
And
But nice to see them score a goal and take them out to 6-5. They can get one more to be their most.
in 5 weeks.
Yeah, in 5
So-
weeks. So something to
Well-
try and get positive. I guess you would have been looking for some sort of incentives at three-quarter time, and that might have been
Oh,
one.
that's better.
Now McKenzie out of the centre. Look at that beautiful left foot. Back to Viney. He's underneath it a little bit, but he does the right thing. He brings it forward. Just need to get some Crummer on it. No, their crumbs have been terrible in the forward half. It's all up to
Mackenzie
Mackenzie again. The little blokes have struggled when the balls hit the ground too, up the front half, haven't they, for Payneham today? You know, they're missing the two boys, Strato and I can't remember his brother's name now, that were there for a long time on the front half. They're missing Wilson. So, you know, a change in personnel. The other one that we mentioned before the game is out at Norwood now, the little solid Steph Lands.
Lanzoni?
No, he's at Rostrevor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mackenzie from outside 50.
It's not
This
a
will
bad
be a
lead.
chance. This will be a chance. Hangs to the right.
Again to the right. But
Yep.
well done to Payneham. Rock's going to bring the ball back just short. Over here to Swanbury. He's been on Viney
Yeah,
quite a
pretty
bit,
much
so he's
all
done
day,
a
I
good
think.
job. Yeah. Kicks to a 3. Oh, geez. Lynn nearly took out his own teammate.
He's hurt there.
Ball comes forward. 3-on-1 again in Rock's favour. He's actually done well there, Bonoho, to to create a stoppage there. Matt Nyes ended up with the ball, and the umpire's going to come in and ball it up. But yeah, well done there by Todd Bonoho. Outnumbered. Good tap again there by Mateus. There's an opportunity. Ansel looked like he got tripped. Here he goes. Theodorakopoulos goes out. Goes out to Pippet. Ball's up. Oh, couldn't quite take the mark
Louis Clem, I reckon.
by Louis Clem, and it's bobbled over for a behind, and they're winning the quarter, 1-2 to 1 goal.
Well, there you go. You've got to set some sort of target at three-quarter time, and that's maybe what Jeremy Cheney did to his boys. Let's win the last quarter. And at this stage, they are well on track to do that. We are nearly 8 minutes gone. Rostrevor have the ball though. Now it's with the skipper. He goes down the line. Should have been marked by Panoho. In the end, dropped. Plenty of numbers around this contest. I bet you it's either a Mead or a Bacanello on the bottom there somewhere. I see Mead there.
And Mackenzie, he's just been a warrior today.
Mackenzie's been good for Payneham. Yep. The ruck's been controlled by Rostrevor since probably quarter time in a big fashion. Brad Mackenzie unable to get that one out. However, and we'll have another ball up, and that is ball up number 723.
You have, is that the count for just this quarter? Okay, so, big tackle. Was that on Ironbrick? Might have been, but
yeah.
Rocks have got the free kick. He's actually injured himself there, Todd Panoho.
Yeah.
But
Big
he's
tackle,
got the ball, gets the quick handball out. Kick now comes in forward, a little bit scrappy, and yes, that's butted up, and Daniel McCullum's going to come out wide. It looked like it actually bounced there in front of Tom O'Malley, but it didn't. Bacanello, what's he doing out there? That's just hard running.
It's not much of the oval he hasn't covered.
I
mate.
know.
Goes
What's
back
he
to his
doing
best,
there?
mate.
Yeah, back to McCullum.
They've waxed a little bit at times, haven't they, those two? And Fantasia. 3 musketeers for Rostrevor. Not a lot of pressure on this mark. Daniel McCullum able to waltz through it without any heat whatsoever. Goes long now, but standing in the way for Payneham. And bring the ball back into the corridor they go. This is the first game, and the kid lays it off to the ruckman.
Nowhere to go.
Good chase. And just good pressure in the end by Payneham results in another restart.
Yeah, well, poor James Wharton had no one in front of him at all to give that to.
Yeah.
Line ball in the ruck. Good tackle applied on Matt Nye there.
We'll go to Lambo.
Just quickly, Vincent Jacko, young Giev, number 10 for Paynham's off for the rest of the game, mate. He's got his dressing gown on, having some pizza.
Right, okay. He's Italian.
As you do.
know how to
Okay,
have pizza.
McCullum's got it at half back. Gets a good handball out there to Carboni. Another handball.
Mead again.
Yeah. And Mead swings. Oh, time to swing around on the left and have a look at this for a kick. Couldn't quite take it there, was Lim. But they're buttering up well. Bacanello possession 4,000. Over to O'Malley. On he goes on the right leg. What's he see that he likes? The kick hasn't gone far enough, but Nick Murphy's going to be the recipient here of a down the ground free kick, and he was actually caught behind, so he'll
Piney also making his way
take
to the
his
bench now.
fortune with this kick.
He's shaking his head. I think that's him done for the day. And the coach
just there's no point now. That's right.
Coach said, get it right. Nice up.
That's it. But Nick Murphy still with the this will be for number 4. So
4 goals, 5.
Probably
It's a good
4-4
return.
or 4-5. So it's not a bad return. Swings around, punches into the breeze, and I think that actually come off the Payneham player into the post. Regardless, it is 1 behind. He hasn't quite caught up on goals scored to behind scored yet, Jacko.
He hasn't. Ball's ended up with Darcy Richards just inside the forward or the back 50 for Payneham. He now goes to Brady Ansell. Looking for options inside. Can't see anyone. Good defence by Rostrevor. Has it pretty well covered. He's going to have to go long. That's the way he goes. No, short.
Good grab.
Quite impressed with this lad too. What's his name? The red boots. Yeah, get back to me on that one.
Was that Carriage?
Carriage, was it?
32.
So Paul Fantasia a chance to mark that one. Ball goes, slips to the ground. Oh, have a look at Will Mead. Trapped on his right foot. Not a problem. Keeps it in front of Murphy. Well tackled on that occasion by Jack O'Leary.
Yeah, good tackle and rewarded.
And got a free kick. They play on quickly like they did in the first quarter. Much better footy. Ball spills to the back. Again, it's all Rostrevor. Have a look at the numbers. The outnumber game by Rostrevor has been unbelievable today. That one's not a great kick, however. It's Louis Clem who's got it. Nice kick to Brett Ansell.
Where can he go?
He can't go anywhere.
Yeah,
with
he's
the left
found
footer.
someone.
He's heading towards.
Yeah, outnumbered again.
Yeah. So
What charts
Nicholas
did
Carriage,
Matthias
is
have
it?
there?
Is that his name with the orange boots? Can you just check that if that's Nicholas
Yeah, I
Carriage?
will if that is Carriage when he turns around. It's in the back pocket at the moment. Good kick. But game's starting to open up now. We're starting to see players getting a bit tired.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot more players in space. So just a ball still inside, or just outside 50, I should say. And Wharton, no, he was going back. Now he's decided to go forward down to the wing. Is that on the full? I think it will be. Bow brings it in. Good kick. Over to Matt Nye. He's had a reasonable game. He's done well. Panoho. He's
Nice.
tried hard as well.
Yep.
Spins around, gets past, kick in forward line. Good attack on the contest, but he's come down hard there, Matthias. He has not moved.
Someone down, is it?
Yeah. He attacked that ball hard. Again, outnumbered, attacked the ball hard, but has not got up yet. He's struggling.
That's
Now
better
just starting to move.
Better result for Payneham there. They weren't able to let the ball. They didn't let the ball
Come
out
straight out
easy.
again, yeah.
So it was nice to see when the ball hit the ground and Pippert ends up having a shot on goal for a 20 metres out, Vince.
Yeah, should kick the goal. Chips it up. Umpire moves a couple of steps, but not enough, and well done.
Dylan Pippett's his first. We need a little bit more from him today than they've got from the little blokes in the forward line. But nice to see him finishing the game off. And looks like, is that Matthias that's coming off the ground, is it?
Yeah, he really got clattered in that contest again, outnumbered, which they've been
Well, Finey's going
all
to have
day.
to come back on the ground, mate. They're,
Well, they'll have. That's right. Well, they'll have Webb in the ruck. So
he's the only tool they've got on the bench.
I
So
don't reckon he's particularly happy about it, to be honest. But
no, I think. Yeah,
no, they're going to pull him off. Just put someone else on, surely. Yeah, well done. Put Scully on.
Yep.
Just move him out to forward post, and that's it. Anyway, we're back here. Ball comes out. Butterworth gets it. Goes with a wobbly kick forward towards half forward. Ball bounces. Smothered kick. The everywhere man, Mackenzie, gets the handball out. Oh, kick straight from Matt Nye. Kicked it 2 metres. Went straight to Butterworth. He took the mark. Not 15, play on. That kick goes forward. And well done there by Panoho. So had a good game. Over to the side. Goes to Louis Clem. And now the ball's in the middle. Highland. They're messing around with it, and they've lost it. So Ryan Lim gets a handball forward. Umpire's picked out a free kick. I think he'll get the free kick for a bit of a high tackle.
Yeah, he's battled manfully today. Ryan Lim, the free kick in the middle of the ground. I'm sure he'll look for Murphy or Fantasia. He doesn't. He goes wide to Ryan Brett. We know he's got a powerful kick, but even for him, this is too far out, I would have thought. Let's see what he does. Hang on that. One step and he kicks it 50 metres. Murphy goes early. Umpire says all okay. Spills Payneham in best position. Now they come out. This is a problem area for him again, Butterworth.
Now, I just watched that. Now, Butterworth actually out-sprinted.
Yep.
And got across to that contest first, and he's ended up with the ball.
Yeah, given Webb and Mateus a bit of a lesson today, really. And they're young kids. They'll learn from it. Just got to be, probably another 10 kilos heavier, don't they? And another 1 or 2 seasons, and they'll be fine. Murphy now for number 5, dribbles it through on his
He's
left
got that one.
boot. And is that 4 or 5?
Four for Murphy. Still hasn't caught his points, though, I don't think.
4 for Murphy, 4 for Fantasia, 2 for Reinbrecht. This is turning into a procession. Rostrevor out to 13-15, Payneham 7-7. The margin is 54.
I think that makes it
44 points.
44.
Only.
44.
Well, they're not going to get to 10 goals. I think Payneham would still have them this quarter, wouldn't they?
So that's 2. I got 2-1 to 1-2 now this quarter. So that has put them in front. But 7 goals. Yep, it's best return for a month. But again, it's just not enough.
8 goals from your 2 key forwards.
Yep, up they go. Mackenzie again. He's had a bucket load as well. Gee, if they're on the winning side, he wins the best on ground by a mile. But anyway, it's at the back. McCullum's got it. Inside his own 50, pops the kick up, and well done. Good mark taken there by Louis Clem. He'll have a shot from about 45, directly in front.
Yeah, great to see him back playing footy. He had a couple of bad injuries the last couple of years. Louis Clem's played some state footy. Really strong, fine contributor, and as I said, has had some nasty injuries. So he'd be pleased just to be back running around, I would have thought.
So in he comes. High kick, long kick. It's a goal over Butterworth's outstretched hand. So well done, Louis Clem. And that's well, that might be his second actually. That was whether he kicked that goal in the first quarter, we thought. So if he did, that's his second goal. So good return. Well done. And so margin back to 38. So yeah, they've won the quarter again so far. And we are 18 minutes in, soon heading into time on. So they've battled away, and that's their 3rd goal of the quarter. Okay, so Butterworth wins that one. Reinbrecht spoiled just as he was about to go for it. Now it's coming out. Free kick's going to be picked out just as Louis Clem was going to burst out, and it goes to his other opposite number 12. So Reinbrecht on that left. One step again, 50 metres, bang. Mackenzie gets the handball. He's going to end up here with Campbell. Campbell, string of handballs over to Theodorakopoulos. His kick goes towards the wing. Good punch there from behind by Karagic, who indeed, that was correct, has the orange boots. And it's punched over the boundary line. Boundary umpire's going to throw it in. Butterworth and Webb again.
Alrighty. 19 and a half minutes gone. Not long will take you out of your agony if you're a Payneham supporter. Louis Clem heads in the direction of Brett Ansell. He'll come this way. That's where the defender Jordan should have known he's a left footer, should have covered that side. Good punch by Rostrevor. Got plenty of numbers when the ball hits the ground here. Watch this. Bang. Too easy. McCullum sits on the back play. They feed the ball to him and get to the loose player. Nice mark on that occasion by Lockie Webb. What will he do with it? Nice kick for a big fella too. He heads strong towards McCullum though, in best position. Doesn't mark it. Traps it nicely though. Pushing it back. The umpire says, nope, let it go. We'll have another ball up.
Well, I think at the end of the day, pre-game predictions seem to be about right. But 28 scoring shots to 15, it could have got worse than this.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah, the last quarter's been a good effort by Payneham. As I said, they could have turned their toes up, couldn't they? Well done by Reinbrecht. Nice, strong footy. Well punched by Jet Boxer. He called his name a lot today, or would have liked to have called it a bit more. I love that name, Jet Boxer. Shadow. What do they call him?
Shadow boxer? Yeah,
they'd
he'd have to be Shadow, wouldn't
he? Surely.
Throw in,
If he's not-
centre wing.
If he's not now, he should be.
We're
in
in
the
time on last quarter. 38 points of margin. It's going to be a good win to Rocks. They'll go to 4-3. Unfortunately, Payneham stuck on a 6-game losing streak now. Good
mark.
grab. Half forward. Well done there. That was by
O'Leary.
O'Leary. Yep. Now the ball's gone out wide. Spotted a player out there. Another good grab. Well done, Matt Nye. Liked his game, actually. He's done well. So's this bloke in this quarter, Louis Clem. Here he goes out wide to Theodorakopoulos.
Ansel free.
Yep, Ansel's going. He'll swing around. Let's see. No, he just goes short on the left.
Nice bit of
Spotted
play,
up
wasn't
there.
it?
Good bit of play overall. Sanzo's got it. Got the big arm up here. Lockie Mateus calling for it to go about 30 metres out.
Oh, he's done it well.
He's done it to that spot. Didn't quite get to where Mateus was. Ryan Breck, did he overrun it? No, he didn't. Now he's picked it up. Tackled immediately. Umpire is going to call hold. No, he's not. He was circling there like a shark around a school fish and tuna. Up it goes. Oh, good tap down. Excellent tap down. Quick kick there forward by Ethan Hales, but he's missed to the far side. And that takes them to 8-8-56. Rex Hunt, brother.
All right, Peter Verassi will bring this last ball in, I would think, for the game. What do you think? 22.5 minutes gone. Can they score another point? I think ball's gone well and truly. Young Gill bringing the ball back to Peter Verassi.
Yes, well played.
Been pretty solid effort by him today. They've had the two outlying kicks in the pockets all day to use and haven't had to use them too often because they've been able to find someone on the longer kick. And here's one of those examples as he heads to the pack. All the numbers went in favour of Rostrevor. Dawson. Now they go to the middle. Reinbreck lays it off to Boxer. Dawson now with the outside of the boot intelligently. They let it. Good work by Fantasia. Allows Ryan Lim. He gives it to Fantasia now. He heads to the pocket in direction of Murphy. Tulio Dematias. Oh, tried the dummy. The umpire let him get away with it.
He did.
A few people screaming for holding the ball there.
Is deliberate a thing? Because that really...
No deliberate in the Adelaide Footy League, mate.
No deliberate.
Pretty much you'd have to...
You'd have to be really deliberate. Well, like that was to avoid the holding the ball.
Yes.
Okay.
It has to be deliberate to be deliberate in this league. Fantasia hits it forward. Now Mead a chance. Oh, dear, oh dear.
Poor old Jacob Campbell.
His head knocked off by...
He hasn't moved either. No, he's just getting up now. He's caught one high there. You wouldn't think when you're...
Nicholas Carrigan.
Yeah, when you're 37 points up and a 15th to go, that...
What'd you call him?
No, when there's 37 points up and there's a 15th to go.
Right, gotcha.
No, none of that. Well done. He's up, Jacob Campbell. He'll take his kick. He'll come long down the wing.
Tough little customer.
Yeah. In position there. Couldn't take the mark, Max Wagner. The ball spills out in front of Theodorakopoulos.
You've called
Just had
that
to get that
beautifully
in.
all
Just
day
had-
today, Vince.
Just had to get that in once more.
Some would think you may have rehearsed that for a fair bit this morning.
Just wanted to get it right.
Theo
Theodorakopoulos.
Theodorakopoulos.
That's it. Up they go. Oh, did I just see Butterworth not in the ruck? That was right. We finally worked it out.
Second
Nicholas
ruck.
Karagich is doing the last 5 minutes. You think Butterworth surely is just resting now for the last few minutes. But quick kick
Massey.
forward there by Massey. Spilt there by,
Nice
that's
take.
11 Highlands. But that's our mate Jet Boxer, is it?
Yeah, he's come to life since I gave him a bit of a plug.
But
5
he's
minutes ago.
missed
His
to the
last
far
5 minutes
side.
Been exceptional. Well, the breeze has dropped completely away here, folks.
Yep.
Ideal conditions for the Loretto and Athelston girls. Look forward to I guess, a competition under lights. Be interesting to see what the lights. They certainly look good here, so should be a good game of footy. Payneham now have it. Out the far side, Darcy Richard hugs the boundary line, but intercepted well. I think it's O'Malley, is it? Yep, Tom O'Malley.
Yep. Nice kick.
Goes back from whence it came. Payneham got all the answers. Ball spills to the ground. Ryan Brett could have got a free. Shrugs the tackle off. Pushes it out to space. Murphy's there. No, Murphy's in the goal
That'll be
square, and that is the final siren. How do we get these awards down to Lambo?
I think Lambo's got the awards.
He's got them already, has he?
Yep.
Oh, good work. Who took them down to him? Oh,
I handed them
Matty.
over. Yeah.
Well, folks, that ends what has been at times, particularly early in the game, an entertaining game of footy. But in reality is, since quarter time, Payneham have really struggled to go with Rostrevor. In particular, the areas of concern for me were around the stoppage and the front half of the ground when the ball hit the ground. Their lack of ability to hold the ball into the contest, and as I said, fair turnover of personnel from last year. The whole forward line dynamic has changed 100 degrees, and that's very hard to adjust to. So
Yeah, it is. It is. But a good effort in that last quarter. If
Yep.
you win the quarter, which they did by 7 points, kicking 3-3 to 2-2.
Yep.
And so they fought the game out. You know, they had a big Viney on one leg for a fair portion of that game. It didn't quite get the service he probably would have liked as well. Both their two ruckmen, the two lockies, were at times were just struggling a little bit as well.
Yep.
Beaten by Butterworth on the day, who did all bar the last 5 minutes. Apart from that, obviously Mackenzie was fantastic. Giannini was really good early, and then obviously he was missed later in the game. Apart from that, players had moments, but no one really influenced the contests. On the red side of on the red sides with the red stripes, they had players who contributed all day over the 4 quarters, and that really was a difference. I mean, we can go through, all of them: Mead, Di Mateus, Reinbrecht, Fantasia, Murphy. But I know you had number 2, but he's down the bottom here, mate. So I was getting down the list of numbers. Yeah, of course. Murphy, Baccanello, of course. Butterworth in ruck, we've talked about. Even Karagich in the back line, along with Verassi. They had guys that contributed for long periods of time and to a point of domination. And 29 scoring shots to 16. It's only a 6-goal margin. Could have been much worse.
In the end, the scoreboard doesn't look as bad as it could have for Payneham. I guess that's the one consolation that you could have got from where they were at 3/4 time. And Lambo picked a 10-goal loss, and it didn't get there. It only got to 6 goals. So not a bad effort by the Payneham boys to finish the game off strongly. Look, as you mentioned, I thought some of their midfielders were good in moments, but just didn't have the depth of what the Rostrevor midfield had, and just weren't able to sustain their efforts. Some of their play in the first quarter was really good. Payneham, their ability to link the ball up and hit with some nice skills was really good to watch in the first quarter, but it just, for whatever reason, it just disappeared for the next 2 quarters. Came back a little in the last, so where to for now? They got the challenge well and truly in front of them. They're on a 6-game losing streak.
They're 6-game losing streak, and not only that, they're 2 games plus a lot of percentage below the teams that are only in 8 spots. So I think we're just about ready with Lambo, and we go down
Best
to
on ground. Great win by Rostrevor today. Too good. Best on ground. Number 2, young Timmy Baccanello. Timmy, well done, matey.
Thanks very much, Lambos. Good hit out. Payneham held up a good fight, but we're happy to get the win.
Well done, mate. And your performance today. I saw you just before the end of the game. I said, well done, Timmy, but you reckon you can play better?
Getting a bit older now, mate, so I was feeling in the legs a bit, but no, it's good to get another win. It's an even comp, so go 4 and 3. Boys are pleased with that.
Well done, mate. Well done today, mate. From Dartfish, you got your hat and you got your best player, so we expect you to put your hat on in a minute, mate. Okay, young Will Mead, number 7. How are you, Will? Right, player of the game, mate. Well done, mate. Well done, mate. So you got a box of Powerade and some Archies, mate. Enjoying your position?
Yeah, it's been good. Changed into the midfield this year, and really enjoying being around the footy a bit more. And looking forward to the rest of the year.
Good stuff, mate. That left foot, we love the left foots. My only criticism, 2 points in that first quarter.
What was going on there? I know.
What were you thinking, matey?
I was up all day, so.
Congratulations from all our sponsors, Archies and Powerade, mate. Well done, matey.
Thank you very much, mate.
Okay, we got the Moseley Bar Kitchen Team Player Award. Big Nick, number 32, the defender. Well done, Nick.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
I'm not very good on pronouncing surnames. How do we pronounce your surname, big fella?
It's okay. No one is Karagich. It's Serbian, so
You got that up, boys, up the top there? You have got that? Well done. Hey, Nick, well done, mate. And no doubt the weights and that, you're a solid player, mate, and you're enjoying your new coach.
Really loving it. He's brought a new energy to the club, and I think you can see that at training and on game day as well. You know, we're starting to get results, and the way we're playing is really good.
Well done, mate. So from behalf of Jacko and Vince and all the best players, well done today to Rostrevor, and we appreciate what you've done today. Well done, matey.
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Right, boys.
Well, that's...
Lambo's going to get his photo there with all the boys. Good on him. Well done, Lambo. And some good selections there, well deserved. The players there that were certainly very, very influential in this contest, some of the ones we went through before. We'll go through...
we just mentioned the sponsors.
The sponsors, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for those prizes.
Yeah, for New Balance, the donor of the Best on Ground $100 award and the Dartfish beanie. Simon Black Academy for the play of the day, Powerade and Archie Sandals, and the Moseley Bar and Kitchen. Look after your mates for the $100 Moseley Bar and Kitchen voucher. So thanks to all our sponsors. It's a bit fresh up here now, I've got to say, Vince. The temperature's just dropped 10 degrees in the last 10 minutes. But a good day for footy. At times, it looked like it was going to get away from Payneham, as we mentioned at the end of the game. They've hung on, and in the end...
They did well in the last quarter to outscore. Outscore Rocks by 7 points. Well done to everyone. Well done to Murphy and Fantasia with 4. Ryan Breck also multiple goal kicker with 2. Clem, the only multiple goal kicker for Payneham with 2. All singles apart from that. And
I guess that was the
6
other
goal margin. They had options up forward. They looked dangerous, with the changing ruckman up forward and having Viney up there. Some of the delivery we've mentioned wasn't that good, but it just doesn't get in there enough either, does it?
No, it doesn't. We don't have a stat today for the inside 50s, but I think it would have been clearly in favour.
Especially in that second,
you
third
could mount
quarter.
an argument that they had a fair bit more of the ball. They probably deserved to win more than 6 goals. So in the end, Payneham wouldn't be too unhappy with that scoreline. Here's Lambo.
Here he is. Well played, Lambo.
What have you got for the folks at home, Lambo, as we say goodnight?
What's your prediction for this game, Lambo?
The girls in the blue.
Similar Guernseys, isn't it, from here? Hard to pick. Yeah.
It's going to be a bit difficult to call this one, isn't it?
Today's game, look, it was definitely one around the ball, and I just thought their skill level overall, Rostrevor was really good. And look, they coach pretty well at the moment.
Yeah, they're classed above today. Well, so that's it, folks. We don't have any scores from any other grounds for you today. I'm sorry about that. Fabulous Field normally looks after that. He's away up in Murray Bridge calling basketball or netball or something like that.
Good to see you back, Jack, too. And Vince, well done, back in the team, mate. You here for good, or what's going on?
I think I've got a game coming up in about 3 weeks that may be at Teachery Gully. I'm not sure, but I think we've got an absentee in about 3. Might be Phil again.
Big Fabulous. He's part-timer this year.
Well, I know. He's a busy man. He's like the Olympic man.
Well, that's it, folks. Thanks for tuning in. I hope
everything.
you've enjoyed the broadcast. We've enjoyed bringing it to you. I hope you have a cracking Saturday night.
Have a great night.
Good night.
Good night.